got new music.
Who picked this jam?
I don't know.
Yeah. Apostate
Can you?
Radio. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm jamming out on my. I didn't know. I thought I was muted.
We're not even 10 seconds in. Not even 10 seconds in, and here you go. Here you go. Well,
I should have been singing "We Will Overcome."
Oh no!
For Black History Month, man, we got to do it, man.
Oh, dude, listen. Ladies and gentlemen,
we can't. It's not. Is it too late to put the background up?
What background?
You know the background I'm talking about. I'm not going to say it though.
What?
RD.
My
friend Rachel.
Oh no!
I can find a picture. I'll find a picture for you and send it.
You know
if you
what?
Do
yeah. This actually should have been, but please make sure that it's somewhat safe for work.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do the whole. I'll do one everybody recognizes. I think.
Oh dear God!
I'll do this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to yet another installment of Apostate Radio.
Woo.
Oh my God, what a week. What a week. I am, of course, coming to you live from the County of Kings, the best borough of New York City, the People's Republic of Brooklyn. Though I fear that if my fiance, who's probably gonna see this later, she would likely disagree with me.
What would she say?
Oh, she would be like, the Bronx is king.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, my girl. Yeah, she a Bronx girl, bro. She a Bronx.
I was representing Queens, but I don't know if it's the best borough, but it's I liked it over there. I like living there.
Yeah, I enjoyed living in. I've lived here in Brooklyn now about 4 years. I lived in Jamaica, Queens for all of 2.5 years. Oh my God,
Jamaica's far out there, man. I went down there once to see what was to honor Fife Dog. Are you familiar with Fife Dog?
Oh, come on, really?
I assume so, but you never know. Some people maybe aren't into him. But it was honoring Fife from a tribe called Quest, the 5-foot assassin.
If someone, when he passed away,
and they made a street over right next to why am I forgetting the name? Do you remember the name of where they live? Those guys live? Linden Boulevard.
Linden Boulevard.
Right off of Linden Boulevard they lived. And I think that was the street him and Tip grew up in. And they changed the street sign to like Fife Dog Avenue or something like that.
Oh,
I was there for that. And Busta Rhymes was there, I think. I remember seeing Busta Rhymes and Q-Tip there chilling. I was hoping somebody would perform, but they didn't. This is back in the day, man. It was probably like 2000. Yeah, I'm gonna say probably 2017, 18, a little bit after Fife passed away. Rest in peace, Fife Dog, man.
Yeah, rest in peace to Fife, man. That dude.
I love Fife.
That was an amazing rapper. I really enjoyed listening to him. Yep. I knew it. The Bronx is king. There she is. There she is. And Sharmila, my old childhood friend.
Ooh, hey Sharmila.
Sharmila, I love you, love. Great to see you here. It says, hi, guy. Yeah. I hope you're having a great night. Once again,
I sent you some stuff in your DMs too.
Yeah, I saw it.
You got it up already.
And yes. So yeah, we are starting our show. Well, today, those of you who are tuning in tonight, this is of course our Black History Month show. The very first one that we're doing. And unfortunately, we've had a little bit of we've had guests who unfortunately had to postpone for technical issues or other personal matters, and we just want to say we're very appreciative of that you thought of us. Okay, do have a couple of guys who are going to try to make it a little bit later. But as for right now, we want to open up our Black History Month special by honoring a very, very special lady who's near and this young lady right here, Miss Rachel Dolezal. Yes,
beautiful African queen Rachel
yes.
Dolezal, man.
Without Rachel Dolezal, we would never have known what trans racialism is.
Well, I mean, let's give credit to Vanilla Ice.
I mean that too.
Back in the day, because he was, I think he was a pioneer in that world.
Well, no, Rob Van. I almost called him Rob Van Winkle. I almost called him Rob Van Dam.
Rob,
yes,
the whole fucking show.
Yes, Mr. Saturday Night. Oh my God, he was a great wrestler.
He was great. Yeah.
But no, at least with Vanilla Ice could rap.
He could,
and he didn't pretend to be black.
Well, that is debatable. You got to watch some old interviews with him from back in the day. Now he's cool. Now he's like, he's not pretending anymore. But back then he was talking pretty funny.
Oh no! Oh
yeah! Oh yeah! You gotta look at some old interviews. He actually made a movie too. Did you know that he made a Vanilla Ice movie when he was like, I guess, still hot back then?
Did he?
And really? he's dressed like MC Hammer and shit. And
well, I remember.
It's like, why are you wasting my flavor? Like kind of shit. Yeah.
I remember Vanilla Ice from one film when I was a kid.
Was it Ninja Turtles? I think he was in.
Yep. It was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2,
yeah.
Secret of the Ooze, and Ninja Rap.
Yeah.
That guy was.
I forgot how that song goes.
Go Ninja, go
Ninja, go.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I had to hear.
Yeah. That was actually. I hated the fact that movie was so like sanitized compared to the first one. Like the first one was gritty. The first Ninja Turtles was gritty. Yeah. It was like very much there was the fights were a little bit more violent, especially when Raph got the shit kicked out of him.
Oh yeah,
on that rooftop, and then got thrown through a skylight. Remember that?
Yeah. Well, it's not as bad when you got a big shell on you.
He was out. He was unconscious. I think in that movie he was out for like a week.
That's true.
Like, that's how
turtles are hard though. They're hard body.
So anyway, all right. So let's get to hard body.
We digress.
Really? You just became a father. You just became a father, and you already breaking out with the dad jokes? Like, really?
Oh, dude, here's the thing about me, man. So here's the thing about your brother Nasser Chavez, man. Nasser Chavez has been doing dad jokes for about since I was a teenager, probably at least. So.
Oh wow!
I've been ready for this. I've been training for this. my daughter's gonna have quite a lifetime of giving me side eye.
You know what? Just know
cringe faces.
Just listen, baby girl. If you see this, just know that your Uncle Isaiah will have plenty of paper bags for you when you go to school. Okay, I have plenty of paper bags, and it's gonna be his fault. You're
gonna need them.
Anyways, I do want to again thank you all for joining us. If you want to support the show, you can support us at buymeacoffee.com/apostate radio.
We drink a lot of coffee over here.
Yeah, we drink a lot of coffee.
Radio.
Especially with the trip I was on. We actually did get one. And we will talk about that at the somewhere in the middle of the show. But for right now, we've got some stuff to get into, and the first one is We're going to celebrate Black History Month with this. MSDNC finally fires Joy Reid.
Oh man.
I gotta say,
that was some good news, man.
You know, I've tried my hardest. I'm gonna say this. This is full disclosure here. I have tried my best to avoid talking about Joy Reid.
You want to tell everybody why?
Yeah, I'll talk about it
because I don't know the people. I don't know that people know why.
So I know, well, used to know Joy Ann Reid. I used to know her, and Joy actually was one of my very first followers on Twitter. I've been on Twitter. Most of you know I've been on Twitter for about 15 years, a little over 15 years at this point. And Joy was one of my very first followers on the platform.
She still follow you?
I mean, she does, but I'm sure she ain't checking for me. You know, we're talking about somebody who we're talking about someone who I have not spoken with since maybe 2016. So, in fact, I'll share this. Matter of fact, while I'm looking for this, I'll talk about it. I do not know who. I don't know who that is. I do not know who the woman who has been the woman who's been on MSNBC the last several years. I do not know who that woman is.
I know. I get what you mean, though. You got the it's like I don't know if it's a feeling of inner conflict of like, I used to know her because I think you told me before she was like a really nice lady in the past and stuff to you. And it's like, yeah, you know her as a good person, but then, on TV, she plays a really morally, corrupt or confused person.
Oh
yeah. And it's like, I know it's partly hard to talk bad about somebody you used to know and maybe was, you're cool with, and she's always been good to you, but boy, she says some dumbass shit in TV, man.
Dude,
or not anymore, but she used to.
Not anymore. Well, I don't know. I think she's actually going to be. I think she's actually going to be doing.
Don't tell me she'll be on CNN or something.
No. She's her last show. Well, they don't know when her last show is going to be.
Oh, I see.
But
okay.
But just so that there's a clear. I wanted to show that like this is from 10 years ago. I met Joy Reid in person for the first time, well, the first and only time, in May, like right around the Freddie Gray riots, is when I met her, and I gotta say, she was very nice to me. We had been following each other. She actually helped me when I was going to school for journalism, and it was just sad, it was sad, because I genuinely had respect for Joy Reid. I had a lot of respect for Joy Reid. I do not know who that woman is that has been on the Reid Report or AM Joy or any of these other shows. I do not know who that woman is. This whatever it was one of the craziest, one of the most unhinged, dysregulated television figures I've ever seen in my life.
Too much.
And it brings me, and please understand, it brings me no pleasure to say that, because I remember this is the memory that I have of. I remember when I was in the process of moving up here to New York, I had sent a package to 30 Rock because I like she's been with NBC News, MSNBC. She's been with the organization for quite some time. And I remember
she was there that long.
sending her, oh yeah, like 15, about 10, 15 years.
Wow, that's a good run, Joy. I'll give you that much. It's a good run.
And I remember sending her, like stuff that I had written. And she said that she critiqued it, said, hey, this is pretty good. Told me some ways in which I could improve. And same with Jonathan Capehart. Capehart and I go way back too. And I don't know if it was Trump. I don't know if it was Trump derangement syndrome, because I had it too. You know, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what it was that drove this madness. There's something else too. Like, I don't know. Like sometimes, and I've seen this in some other like non-political things where you get captured by your audience. You know, your audience, where like 100%. Your audience expects you to continue being the dancing monkey, as it were.
Yeah,
saw that. I saw
for
that.
Sure.
Like there's this guy who I think he had like some type of like food critique show, and then eventually his show started turning into like mukbangs or something like that, and he just would keep eating and eating and eating, and his audience would tell him to like eat more and more weird shit, right? Like he would just and all he would do is just keep eating and eating and eating on camera until one day he wakes up and this guy's like 400 pounds.
Oh God.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly who that was. Maybe someone in the chat. If you know who this person is, you can drop it in the chat. But it hurts because I saw this happen over the years, and to know that someone's hatred of one person made you that crazy to the point where you're literally you're paying money to, like, you're paid millions of dollars a year to induce mental illness on the population. You're paid millions of dollars to say things that are so crazy, like joining in a chorus of people who are saying, please tell me who to vote for. And I'm looking for this now. Just doing everything kind of on the fly. It upsets me.
I put some stuff in the doc too, Isaiah.
Okay. Hold on. I found something. Like, matter of fact, I'll give you a perfect example. I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Let's do it.
Yeah. This is crazy.
Just stratospheric entrance of Vice President Kamala Harris into the presidential campaign, and she has now secured enough delegates to become the nominee.
Oh boy, here we go.
You're gonna look real crazy being on the other side of that line, particularly as a person of color.
Oh Jesus.
But really as anyone who claims to have any connection to the culture. You're gonna look real weird and real lonely on that side. The door needs to close behind Amber. And she looked crazy over there. But shut the door behind her. You really are going to look crazy being on that side, given the cultural phenomenon of Vice President Kamala Debbie Harris.
You got to fucking with me, man.
She's about to make history. She's about to become the first woman president.
Gee whiz, couldn't be more wrong. Isaiah, you're looking real crazy on that line, man. On the other side of that line, bro.
Stratospheric.
Bro, you're looking real crazy on the other side of the line, man, and you're real lonely when you just picked up like freaking, what was it? what was it? I gotta do math in my head. 80 freaking thousand followers.
80,000 followers.
Looking real lonely.
I'm at
right
100.
Now,
yeah, exactly. 80,000 followers. That, like, the fact that so many people, and I really mean this, the fact that so many people, you know, thought that I really enjoyed the conversation, the what I said resonated with a lot of people, and I never expected it to. I never expected it to resonate with Elon Musk. I never expected to resonate with Bill Ackman. I never expected for so many people to understand what was in front of them. Because, I mean, I've been talking about this shit for years. I've been talking about communism and the stuff, like the direct assault on the very nature of our country, of our culture, of our society. I've been talking about it for years. Like, Joy Reid is gone, bro.
That's a crazy statement that you just made, man.
Joy Reid is gone.
It reminds me of like the Luke Skywalker line in that terrible movie that they made in Star Wars. Like every word of that last thing you just said is wrong.
Yeah,
like, everything she said was wrong. She totally. What'd she say about Kamala? It's like she's a phenomenon,
a cultural phenomenon. But hold on a second.
Good Lord.
Speaking of cultural phenomenons, one of our guests has arrived.
Ooh.
And he is one of the most dynamic Black conservatives that I've had the pleasure of interacting with on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. This man has been on the radar. Has been on the radar of Joy. Has been on Joy Reid's radar, as well as Roland Martin and a few other.
Good old Roland Martin.
Yeah, that broken buck. I want to introduce you all, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. JayV the Great. What's happening, young man?
What's going on, fellas?
Hey, JayV. Nice to meet you, brother.
Call it.
Likewise, man.
Great to meet you. I see you got the dark MAGA hat on, brother.
Yes, sir. I had to bring it out, man. I had to rep
it. There it is.
I had to.
I like that.
That is a fly. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't I'm not a big fan of like the regular red hat, but I like that dark MAGA hat.
Appreciate
it. And I would rock that with red letters.
If you do it, gold letters might be cool too, man.
Gold, well, yeah. I've seen one with gold letters. I've seen one with gold, like white with gold letters, right?
Yeah. Is that the Elon dark MAGA hat that he was wearing? Is that the same one?
Yeah, it is. I think they have a couple of them, man. I think they have a goth MAGA as well.
Goth MAGA.
I've seen that one. Yeah,
I gotta look that up. I gotta look that up.
Wait a minute. So wait a minute. I think you have. Oh yeah, you did. That looks like that's the pod mic, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I told you I had to switch it out, man. And you kind of made me go with my gut, so I had to go ahead and replace the Feeney and go with the pod mic.
You're gonna be. I'm gonna tell you right now. You're gonna be a lot happier with that. You'll be a lot happier with that mic. I'll tell you that right now. This is the Rode makes fantastic. So shout out to Rode. They make fantastic stuff, and I intend on expanding my little portfolio. So, man, we was you came in on our conversation about Joy Reid, and I was telling our listeners and watchers, again, thank you all for joining us. I was telling everybody about my personal run-ins with this young lady. And I don't know who Joy Reid is. I've known Joy Reid almost 15 years.
Really?
I don't know. I yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So do you know her on a personal level, or is it just
I used to. I don't know who this is now. I have no idea. Matter of fact, because I'm all about full disclosure here. This woman, Joy Reid, used to help me she would look at like pieces that I'd written, right, and would give me pointers, advice, stuff like that. And I met her in person. Unfortunately, the one and only time I met her in person, about 15 years. Well, actually, no, 10 years ago, in Baltimore at the Freddie Gray riot. It was this picture right here, right on the corner of Pennsylvania and North Avenue in West Baltimore. Yeah, man, that was
what was going on there. What was the event?
That was the Freddie Gray riots. That was the end. That was the end of the Freddie Gray riots. And yeah, I that was quite a time. That happened right as like the Freddie Gray riots were like, they were happening right at the time when I was moving up from Baltimore to New York City. And I had to basically sneak out the house to come up to New York to do all my paperwork and stuff. Right. For my current career. And it was crazy, but like I said, I'd known Joy. Joy Reid was one of my very first followers on X, on Twitter. And this was years ago. Like I said, I used to be a liberal, a more, faithful Democrat. Yeah. And when I was there, like I had my friends, I had people that I'd networked with, and like I said, right around 2016 or something like that, I don't know. I don't know who that woman is. I do not know who that woman is at all. So, what was one of your first run-ins with Joy Reid? We're talking about her also because MSNBC or MSDNC, as she's known in some areas, they shit canned her today. Yeah. They fired her this morning. According to
you're gonna miss her, man. You're gonna miss the readout,
man. I mean, the person that they replaced her with, I mean, she's not much different. What's her name? Simone. Yeah, Simone.
I don't know if
I know they were last night. Yeah, they replaced her with Simone and the other conservative. Yeah, you didn't see that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
bro, I've been on the road, ironically, from DC. I've been driving up from DC back up here to New York. So I've been out the loop, but they replaced her with Simone Sanders.
Yeah, Simone Sanders and Michael Steele. That show. So they bumped them into her slot. So it's not much of an upgrade. People are celebrating Joy Reid getting the boot, but the people that are replacing her, I mean, they're no better. They're
is Simone as woke as Joy Reid though?
Yeah.
Arguably,
really? Oh, geez.
Simone,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think Simone was was Kamala's one of Kamala's. I think she was her lead. Chief.
She was.
Yeah, so she's just as radical, man.
Matter of fact, hold on a second. But while you talk, because I'm trying to I'm gonna find this real quick because I got a video. Hold on, since we're talking about Simone Sanders, and here's what's also ironic is that Michael Steele was the lieutenant governor of the state of Maryland. I don't know if a lot of people know this. He was the lieutenant governor under Robert Ehrlich, who was the last like real deal conservative who served as governor of the state of Maryland. He was a lot more conservative than Larry Hogan was. Hogan was a great governor. I liked him a lot. But in terms of conservative, like Bob Ehrlich was that. Bob Ehrlich was as full blown a conservative as you could call for.
What about Michael Steele? Is he a full blown conservative?
He was.
He was the RNC head too, wasn't he? At some point.
Yes, he was. He was the RNC head. He was He was chair of the RNC. And during Obama's first term.
Did he just become a never Trumper or something, and now he's on MSNBC? Like, what happened with him?
Well, I mean, they brought him in to be like they brought him in to be a more like a one of the good ones. Okay, like a good like a good
right.
Republican, a good Republican who would go against the party as
Yes.
necessary.
Yeah, yeah. It seems like.
Yeah, and that's what they brought him in for. And I find it hilarious because this is the same guy who you know, he's basically he did for MSNBC what the what the Biden administration was hoping that Eric Adams would be in terms of just being a good Democrat. They want him to be a good Republican, to say whatever, you know, to be critical of the party and to do whatever and basically sound like to sound like a Democrat. And now I see that basically he's just, you know, they've just removed all pretenses, which is incredible. But I'm trying to find a video of Simone Sanders. I know I have it somewhere, so just bear with me. But JV, tell us about yourself, brother. You've been on X for a little while now. I think we've been communicating back and forth for what, little almost 2 years now, something like that.
Yeah, it's been back and forth, man. I guess to say it humbly, I'm not. I don't consider myself as anyone important, right? I just consider myself as an American that's just trying to get by in America, man. As far as X goes, I just like to express my opinion, and the things that I see is like it's not even real life. So I just try to go at these people in a way that, you know, it brings some type of awareness to them, because what you're saying is not even like how can anyone believe it? Right. And as an ordinary American, I'm looking at it like, man, who are you guys trying to appeal to? It's definitely not us.
That's a good point.
It's definitely not us. You know, so,
it's not many. It's not most people, I think. You know, when you're focusing on like one of your main goals is to make sure like kids are able to get you know, indoctrinated into getting their balls cut off.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I don't think most people are about that.
Exactly, man.
Yeah,
I haven't been in politics, you know, long. I just got in it once Trump started his campaigns back in 2016. That's when I really like kind of started paying attention, but I still wasn't all the way into it. But as times went on, it's like the politics side of it just continue to pull you in, and you were practically forced to kind of pay attention to it. So it seems like, man, once Trump got in there, I wouldn't say that he caused the chaos. It's the fact that what he represents caused a bunch of chaos. And it's like we've just been living in this alternate reality this whole time. And Trump just came and brought normalcy back to everything. So now Trump has pretty much opened the door up to everyone to get involved with politics and to kind of pay attention to see what's going on. And it feels like we've just been living in a nightmare, you know, especially up on a Joe Biden. It's like we've been living on a nightmare for those 4 years. And now hopefully things can come back to, you know, normal. But, you know, it starts with yourself first, man.
Exactly.
So it starts with yourself.
A lot of it's been a lot of like dystopia, I feel like, recently, you know, in a lot of ways, like with the gender stuff, the open borders
also
for years. You know, it's like who's gonna you know, my dad's an immigrant from Costa Rica, and like, you know, I'm Latino guy, but it's like, you know, I'm American. I'm born in America. I care about my community, my family, my friends, you know, my people who I love who commute and everything like that. It's like you know, at the end of the day, it's like you got to care about your own people first, your own borders first. Like, you don't know who's coming through. You don't know. You know a lot of people. Chinese people are coming through. Who knows why? We know a lot of cartel people coming through. Traffickers coming through. Murderers, ex-prisoners. It's like this is not a racist thing to say. It's not xenophobic. It's not you know, you hate Latino people or anybody like that. Just like, you just got to know who the hell's coming through the goddamn country, because we know as men, we know that there's a lot of bad men out there, and there's a lot of people who wish us harm. That's a fact. I mean, that's just a goddamn 100%. Fact. Look at the human history. It's always, people have always been trying to wish other people harm from other countries, or trying to invade or figure out ways that they can disrupt things. The Soviet Union was doing it to us. We were doing it to them. I mean, that's just the fact. So like the Democrats have like become so naive, and it's just weird. It almost seems like either they're naive or somebody from up above is trying to disrupt our whole country and off balance us. But either way, it's like, it's just like, you know,
Go ahead. Sorry.
These are obvious things that everybody used to know. Obama used to say it. Hillary used to say it, right? Everybody used to just accept that. Now it's like crazy to say that. It's unbelievable.
I find it. I would say this. It is definitely, it's definitely a global phenomenon.
Yep.
Because it's not just America. It's all of Western society. Europe, and shout out to Germany,
Canada,
who AFD just won that country's election, so they will be the ruling party in Deutschland. Which
did they win? They won officially. AFD.
Yes, yeah, nice. They won officially. Good. They won.
Good.
So
we need to see more of that, man.
Good. Yeah.
I mean, the stuff that's happened, like the stuff that's happened over in Europe, has just been like a sight to behold.
Yeah.
With all of these Northern Africans, these Middle Eastern Syrians, and all of these people. It's like before it was just the Indians, right? Before it was, guys like Sadiq Khan and whoever, and the Taoiseach of Ireland, and then the Prime Minister of Scotland. All of these guys, I never knew that there were so many Indian Brits, so many British Indians. I expect, because seeing as India was a British colony, years and years ago, but Ireland, Scotland, So to watch as the prime minister, I cannot remember his name, but to watch as his prime minister just went in saying, like in this Scottish brogue that sounds rehearsed, he's like all of these different places that all white, like all of these different and it's just weird watching this voice come out of this man.
Was he complaining that it was Scotland's white?
Yes, he was openly complaining about Scotland being white.
Jesus. He was stupid, man.
It was like honestly, it was like watching Mehdi Hassan. It was.
He's a fucking dipshit. I mean, it's like complaining that China's Chinese. It's like it's China. What do you want, man? It's China.
So Jay, who are the ones that who have been some of the people, the pro-Democrats that you've had a run-in with recently? What was one of your best run-ins?
When you say pro-Democrats, though, who are you referring to? As far as what run in, like how?
I'm talking about Roland Martin. I'm talking about like some of these people who get nasty online with people with black men and women, black men and women who just don't who don't toe the line.
Well, the latest run in I had was with Roland Martin. That was I think day before yesterday. He finally blocked me. Now I'm not trying to get blocked, but he finally blocked me for calling him out. I mean, Trump had the Black History event at the White House. Yes. And a bunch of black conservatives went there and were celebrating. So Roland Martin captioned a picture of one of the conservatives that was there, and he titled the caption as "The Help."
The Help.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, out of all people, how are you going to label someone as the help when you was literally on stage tap dancing for Hillary Clinton, and you have the nerve to call someone else the help?
On top of that, like how fucking racist to say that. Like, and I know he's a black guy, but it's like what the fuck you're the one now pushing like racial stereotypes, trying to make black men feel bad for having a different fucking opinion, a different point of view. Everybody's got to have the same point of view in this country.
But the thing is, they feel like a lot of black Democrats feel like that the only people that can be racist are white people. And they think that it's some type of systematic thing. Anyone can be racist. Racism is nothing more than hatred. Yeah, anyone bigotry. Can be racist for us. Yeah, it's 100%. Bigotry. Anyone can 100%. Be racist. 100%. And the way that Roland Martin and his other pro-Democrat colleagues talk about conservative blacks, it's just as racist as any white Democrat I've seen. And I've gotten some nasty white liberals DMs, but as far as the black Democrats, man, they're just as bad as any races I've ever seen or had any contact with.
It's absurd, man. And I know you've gotten a lot of that too, Isaiah, and our friend Adam as well, Adam Coleman.
Oh my God, yeah. But see, but here's the crazy thing.
I've
right,
gotten some of it too.
Martin.
I've gotten some people like trolls or something saying you're never going to be white or they're never going to accept you. It's like, shut the fuck up, man. I already have been accepted. I'm fucking 40 years old living in this country. I'm fine, man.
Right.
I'm fine.
And you better stay your ass on this plantation. They ain't gonna love you. They ain't
gonna
protect you. They don't care about you.
It's like, man,
Dave told me
that's all it is, man.
Exactly.
They sound ridiculous.
But man, they tell me that I'm a white face behind a black profile picture. They've called me a white supremacist, a white boy, Russian bot, a Chinese bot. They've called me everything but a child of God on X, man.
We'll see.
That's crazy, man.
We'll see.
How racist, man.
I don't know.
They get so hateful. They get so hateful when you disagree with them. Like that's a thing on the left. Very intolerant. They're the tolerant ones, the tolerant party, and they get so intolerant and hateful. They really do.
Party of joy.
Yeah,
party of joy.
Yeah. I tightened Roland Martin's ass right up. I told him, I said, because when he sent out that post, I said, the help.
What an asshole.
I said, your fat ass literally soft shoed next to Hillary Clinton. Bitch, you ought. I am quoting myself. I said, bitch, you ought be silent. Because if I remember correctly, you were paid hundreds of thousands of dollars by Kamala Harris's campaign trying to drive votes to that drunken retard.
100%.
Whole ass broken buck out here giving projection like what could be played on your forehead.
Yeah.
That man, Roland Martin makes me absolutely sick.
He's a clown, man.
That man
he's been a clown for a while.
That man, he has been a clown for years. But that man think he's better than everybody.
Yeah.
He don't make no bones about how much better he thinks he is. Even he thinks he's better than even other Democrats. Okay. Yeah. And
that's that bourgeoisie attitude, man.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Well, he is. I think what is he? A5A?
Yep.
Bitch ass.
And what's that? A5? What is this?
Alpha Phi Alpha. That's
a fraternity?
A fraternity, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh. Sonia's scrapbook just left a comment, said he was so rude and condescending to King Randall. Do you remember that, Jay? Because
I kind of remember it, but I can't remember exactly what was said to King Randall. King Randall has had a lot of hate as well, and King Randall is doing a lot of good work out in the community, helping those kids. He reminds me. I tell my colleagues all the time that he reminds me of a modern day Booker T. Washington. Like if you read Up From Slavery and how Booker T. was going about the funding, trying to build his schools and getting funding from everyone, King reminds me of that.
Oh wow!
And how Booker T. was kind of teaching those kids how to kind of like build their own, and King Randall, he reminds me a lot of a modern day Booker T. Washington.
That's actually making a difference, man. That's a difference between actually making a difference or just putting money into NGOs and just funneling that money back to you, like we're seeing with USAID. Like that's actually making a difference, going into the community, doing the hard work.
Yeah,
that actually changes people's lives and sets an example. Like they have the balls to fucking. I'm sure they have the balls to talk shit about him. Like it's unbelievable. It's totally backwards.
Right.
And matter of fact, hold on, because I got the video. I got the video of this motherfucker out here soft shoeing for Hillary. Let me tell you something.
This should be good. These guys are so cringe. I can't take it, man.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
Democrats are so fucking cringe now.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I better never see any of my brothers and sisters. I better never see any of y'all doing any foolishness like this.
Here we go.
And I mean this.
No,
y'all better not be out here doing this.
Y'all
better not be out here doing this. Look at this. Look at this.
Come on, man. He's literally tap dancing.
Look at this here. Look at this here.
I told y'all need the music. Don't let the ass stop.
He doesn't even need the music.
Oh man.
The fuck is this?
The balls, man. The balls of him talking shit to anybody doing it.
I told y'all need the music.
He don't even need the music.
I told y'all I don't need the music.
Oh,
Look, you know what? Jay, all these motherfuckers, all these people sound like, to me, they just sound like Uncle Ruckus.
100%.
They all sound
Uncle
like
Ruckus.
Yeah, they all sound like Uncle Ruckus. And that's the thing, like, matter of fact, I'm gonna play his.
Dude, I thought you guys were talking metaphorically.
No,
I was
he was like
serious.
kissing her ass on stage or something. I know he was actually tapped.
He was dead. I was dead. So he was tap dancing on stage, man.
Roland Martin, what's going on?
Didn't he have like a Jeffrey Toobin episode? Where like he was streaming or something, and then they cut over to him, and he was watching like porn or something like that.
Yeah,
live.
Yeah, I saw that. He tried to play it off like it was a commercial or something, man. Ain't nobody's playing no commercial of anybody. Come on, Roland.
And it wasn't just any porn either.
Right. That's why I didn't want to say
it. What kind of porn was it?
Oh no, it wasn't. It was a kind of porn that you wouldn't when you think
a heterosexual man wouldn't be watching that.
Okay, exactly. the kind of once you find out about it and then you put two and two together about Roland Martin. Yeah, they kind of make sense.
Okay, no, that makes sense.
Them dandelion ascots and shit. Anyways, Miss Sonia said if you need a show moderator, you know what? I'm gonna take you up on that offer. I will take you up on that offer. So Jay, where are you based out of, brother? I'm trying to place your accent real quick.
I'm in Georgia, man. I'm down south.
Okay.
Yeah, I migrated from Mississippi to Georgia, man.
Oh, okay.
So if Trump starts to deporting all us black folks, I guess he's gonna deport me back to Mississippi.
He's sending you back down to Mississippi.
Correct.
That's funny, man.
The fact that
we're all getting deported.
The fact that black people, that there are black folk out here that actually believe this.
I imagine most don't, right? What do you guys think? I think most black people don't believe that. Democrats probably believe that. Yeah, most Democrats.
Pro-Democrat blacks, absolutely.
Yeah. But
pro-Democrat blacks, absolutely.
But you got to think about it, though, man. Majority of black folks vote for Democrats, even though Trump had about 16-17% of black men voting for him.
That's a good point.
I mean, Kamala still had 90% of the black female vote and about 75% of the black male vote, 75-80% of the black male vote. So, I mean, we still have majority of the black population.
Nice movement, though. Nice movement, especially from black men, man. That was good.
I mean, up here in New York, the biggest movement was in the Bronx. One of the blackest boroughs in all of New York City. The shift was like plus 11. And the shift here in Brooklyn, where I live, was like plus 7. I mean, Kamala still. I mean, Harris still won. But the fact is, there was so much movement over to Trump that it just almost makes you wonder, like how could how do Democrats explain this? And that's the next question. Like, how I have never seen a political party remove all pretenses of care about black folk, like care for minorities, care about the middle class, care about people who people who have who work like blue collar jobs, municipal employees. Like we're talking about like people and occupations that are full, like occupations that are full of black folk, and they're full of Latinos also, and they just are like, you know what, F y'all, we done.
But they're trying to mask that disdain by labeling it as DEI. So they're using DEI to make it seem like that they are still caring about these groups of people.
Yep. So, and doesn't it usually mostly help white women? I think that's
white women.
DEI help.
That's exactly who it helps.
Yeah. And for black people, I think it's usually more like middle class, upper middle class black people that like maybe get through college easier and stuff, but doesn't really help poor blacks as much. I think too is something like that.
I even
definitely
think
mostly white women.
Definitely white women, but I think the percentages amongst black people, black men, I think it's single digits, and black women, I think it's right around like 10-15%.
Yeah, it's like 3%. It's like 3% black men.
Yeah,
I can't remember the numbers offhand, but the numbers I do remember offhand are that 76.1% of all of the chief diversity officers throughout corporate America are white, and 54.5% of those white chief diversity officers are women.
Oh yeah,
and listen, that because HR and like we're already talking about fields that are not male friendly.
it's true. Yeah.
Okay, there ain't a lot of males working in HR. There ain't a lot of males working in DEI. There weren't a lot of males working in DEI to begin with. Now, I will tell you where all of the black people within DEI are. They're working as the front-facing employees.
That's right.
So while you got white women CEOs, you'll have some white males who might be like the like the field supervisors or whatever. But most of these places, I can tell you about one in particular, Posse Foundation, staffed primarily by black women in the front office. Staffed by black women, but understand, this is part of what I call color legitimacy. You probably heard me use that term before, where I talk about these white people will put these white women will put these black women in front, like at the front, and in these like these trainer positions, right? Kudos if they get extra marks if one, they've got an exotic name, two if they're of a particular build. Okay, they like the bigger they are, if you know what I mean. So
the bigger and the more masculine they are.
Especially,
I won't say masculine. I won't say masculine
unless you're talking about some trans women, though. Then they love you. Or at least they pretend they do.
I'm talking about no. I'm saying this because I used to date a woman a black woman who worked in DEI. Okay, and when I tell you, she was like she was the stereotypical. She kind of reminded me of like the mammy, like the stereotypical mammy from like the early 20s, like the Jim Crow days. Okay, big, kind of, the voluptuous. Whatever, what have you. Like she was that type, and she worked for this company, for this for this organization for several years. I don't know what she's doing now. I think she still works in DEI, but the fact is, like, I
don't think you'd be so sure about that anymore, man.
Stacy, no, matter of fact, no. Well, no, Sonia Scrapbook asked Stacey Abrams this. Yes. That is actually a very good analogy. So yes, they like those kind of women. They love them in DEI because, again, if you like it, because again, the more it's color legitimacy,
right?
All of it's color legitimacy. If they can get you as a white person, or bring you into their cause, if they can launder more, if they can get you to buy into their bullshit. They can't get you. Listen, there's only going to be so many Robin DiAngelo women that they can bring around that's going to rally the troops, as it were. Right. You need a few you need a few Negroes with a strong back,
right?
To bring in the votes and the taxes.
You're right. You're right.
Anyway, all right, so let's move on. Move on to something right quick. Once again, I want to thank y'all for joining us. If you are new to the show, we want to especially thank you. We stream every Sunday night at 8 p.m. on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Please subscribe, like, comment, do all of that good stuff across all platforms. You can also support us at buymeacoffee.com/Apostate Radio. You can find this young brother here at JayV the Great. That's JayV Is it the Great? No, the Great. I'll put your Chiron up here, so everybody can see it. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna talk about something real quick. Why, in your opinion? Because I know I've never seen so many black folk leaving the Democratic Party. I don't know if it's an algorithm thing. I don't know if it's just because I'm seeing it more on like are we just all seeing it all together?
I mean,
Like,
Jake, do you think it's like black people?
What is it? Like, why
black
are
people
so
just
many
have
black
internalized white supremacy? Is that what's going on with black people? It's like a big movement of internalized white supremacy is bubbling up. Like, oh man, I gotta support white people.
I mean, hey, let the left tell it, man. That's what it is. You know, we're getting brainwashed by disinformation and misinformation and Russian propaganda. So let the left tell it. That's what it is.
That's
but
what MSNBC
man,
and CNN were telling me.
Yeah, but
they don't think we have any agency. Go ahead. Sorry, Jay. Sorry.
No, you're good. I think, man, it's just a great awakening as far as all of the information that's being put out, and there's no really restrictions on the information. Now, I mean, we have computers in our hands. Even, you see some older people with, iPhones or whatnot. So with the information that's getting put out constantly at a rapid pace, people are seeing things like, man, this is what's going on. This really what's been going on. And speaking from my point of view, once you get locked in, once you get like pulled in by one thing, you're kind of captured, and you start to try to look for other things to try to figure out like what's really going on. Because I know it's just not only this, it has to be more to it. So you begin to just look around, look for more information. And the more information that you get, you see how ridiculous everything has been as far as the left goes.
That's
good. I think it's just one big great awakening, man. And that's why the left, we saw how the left was pushing censorship. That's the main reason, because if they can't control the narrative, if they can't keep people hooked on to these outlets like MSNBC, CBS, ABC, or whatnot, I mean, that the narrative just completely shatters for them. So if they don't have legacy media anymore to control the masses, I mean, they don't have anything, because it's like their whole party lives on propaganda and a controlled narrative.
And that's all it is.
That's true, man. That's a big part of it. Yeah, that's a real big part of it, man. What do you think, Isaiah?
I mean, I just look at it this way: like they being the Democrats, they abandoned everything. Listen, what's a black person of good conscience supposed to think when you wake up one morning and half of your neighborhood are all illegal immigrants now,
and they're getting paid?
Good point.
You're getting paid to live there.
What do you suppose?
Food cards.
I have told this story. I have told this story on several occasions, Jay. There are about in the neighbor. I live in Brownsville, in east. I guess you could say it's eastern Brooklyn. I don't live in East New York, which is further over. I'm like one neighborhood over from like Crown Heights. Okay. So in where I live, there are about 3 homeless shelters in the neighborhood, roughly. I remember when they were family shelters. You had like women and the kids who were in these shelters. And then one day last year, you wake up towards the beginning of the year, and it's all Mexicans. It's all Spanish speaking people. Historically speaking, Brownsville has been a Black and West Indian predominant neighborhood. And all of a sudden, you got Spanish speaking people. I remember they had put up about a year and a half ago. I remember having to pick up. I remember was walking outside. I think I was doing something before I went to work, or maybe I was off that day. I can't remember. But this guy, I had found this drunken migrant who was on my street. Okay, passed out on the sidewalk. Passed the hell out. And I had to pick him up. I picked him up off the ground, okay, dusted him off, and couldn't speak any English. He was, when I tell you, the man was clearly on he was inebriated off something.
Rice and beans, man. Rice and beans give you the itis like that, man. Make you take a siesta. He's so tired.
Drunk off rice and beans. Yeah.
Oh my God! But no, I had to call the ambulance for him. We had to get EMS and everybody. So,
dude,
so
you're a better man than I am. As I probably was walked right past that.
Oh,
hey man, I probably called the cops.
Hey,
I did. But then another thing. A few months earlier, I had a guy who I'm walking. I think again, I was heading to work. This guy comes up to me and asks me in Spanish if I'm hiring. Yeah. He asked me if I'm hiring.
At least he's trying to work, man. I give him credit for that.
Yeah. Granted.
Yeah.
Now I speak a little Spanish. So, so I was able to, I communicated to him. I was like, nah, bro, I don't know anybody who's hiring. I don't even know where you would work in a place like this.
Yeah.
But at least he wanted, I give him that. I'll give him proper credit.
At least
he wanted to work. Okay. And that's more than what a lot of these other illegals been doing. Okay. Matter of fact, that's something I want to ask you about, Jay, because this has been, to me, I've said this many times, this is a dry run of the Great Replacement. You know, that one thing that they keep saying that never happens. It's a conspiracy theory, and we just all crazy for saying it until it keeps popping up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So why do you think this is happening? Like we see all this. Why do you think this is happening? Like, why are the Democrats done with us all of a sudden? I'm going to let you answer that question. I just got to run real quick and take care of something. All right. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I mean, it has to be the Great Replacement. You know, you can call it what you want. You know, the left doesn't want to call it that. They say that that's racist or whatnot, but it has to be the Great Replacement theory. They need more people. The left needs more people to come in to be dependent upon the government to provide for them. And we all know the left wants to centralize the government and they want to control everything. And we have a lot of socialism and Marxism ideology within the Democratic Party. So when you bring in a bunch of people they don't really care about the Constitution. They don't care about the rule of law of the land. I mean, so when you bring these people in, you can kind of shape and mold them into your ideal citizen. So when you bring these people in, and not only that, it gives them more seats, congressional seats.
True. Yep. Good point.
You know, it expands their voting base.
Yep. More voters. Yep.
So
and that's why they're against voter IDs as well, frequently.
Yeah. And I saw something where every state that Kamala won, it was no ID.
Yep.
Every state that she won, it was no ID.
That's very sketchy.
Yeah, man. So that they're bringing these people in, and I think they just want to shape and mold them into their ideal citizen.
Yeah, man, I agree. I think there's a lot of that. There's also, whoever's paying the Democrats. You know, they got their puppet masters as well, richer people and stuff. They want to save money on labor. You know, so they want to be bringing more and more people. Cheap labor is another part of it. But I don't know. And there might even be even more nefarious things. Like they want to destabilize us as a country and as the West. And, you know, one way to do that is to bring in so many more different people from other countries that may not have any allegiance to America, maybe not really agree with America, don't really believe in it. Yeah. And that could really disrupt, you know, and if people don't assimilate to the country, to our values and our, to the Constitution, to our flag, they know our history, they want to be part of a good, you know, and there's plenty of immigrants that are great, I think Americans that are trying to work hard and trying to be, and they are contributing this to our country. But if you have a lot of people who are coming in who may not even necessarily from Latin American countries, but there's like, yeah, we had prisoners coming from Venezuela, from other countries as well. I think even El Salvador. Cartel people, human traffickers, drug dealers, gang members, MS-13. They don't give a rat's ass about us. They barely give a rat's ass about themselves. They don't give a shit about their own country. So so you got to be, you got to like watch out for people like that. And then you got we have a bunch of thousands of Chinese guys coming in, Chinese military aged men. We have, we just helped out Israel, level Gaza. You think there's not going to be more Arabs coming in that really want to get revenge on us for that?
Exactly.
That's just common sense. I mean, people say like act like that's like it's racist or it's being or it's paranoid or conspiracy. No, this is what is going to happen. They do it now. They've done it before. They're going to do it again. So that's why you have to be real strict with the borders right now, especially now.
That's right. And to piggyback on what you said, we've seen countless times where people are chanting death to America, death to Israel, burning the American flag. Yeah. I mean, not only that, but you have CRT, critical race theory, to combine with that, with these illegal immigrants that are coming in that don't care about our country. So on the other side of it, you have the left institute. Well, you have the CRT being implemented within our school system. That's attacking the younger generations and making them hate the country as well. Not only hate the country, but it's dividing them at a younger age. So when they grow older, 100%. You're already priming them to hate the country and join the same people that are chanting death to America.
And we're seeing that. We're already seeing that.
Yeah, we're
already seeing that. It's not even a theory. Like that's actually happening. You see it in Columbia University, so many universities, different protests, and to your point, they're starting earlier and earlier. It used to be more of a college thing, elite colleges especially, and now it's they're getting into high school, they're getting into middle school, they're getting into elementary school, more focusing on things that are going to make us racially divided and hate our country and look at America as just colonialists and white supremacists and racists. Like there's a history, and we should talk about the history, but at the same time, it shouldn't be like the focus of the whole year. You know what I mean? Right. Like we should always, I always say we should err on the side of loving, having a positive view of America. America's not perfect. Every country is going to have a lot of crazy shit going on in their history. And as I'm sure there's places in like Africa and the Middle East where they still have slavery and forms of slavery and indentured servitude. And China has people locked in the freaking factories. It's like, why are we not talking about that at all? Why are we acting like America's the worst place on earth? America's like one of the least racist places on earth, like, and most fair about, America's not perfect still, but it's like,
it's still one of the greatest countries out here. I say that.
And like,
and people take advantage of that freedom to kind of do whatever they want with that freedom, not realizing the freedom that's granted to them to even do what they're doing.
We're the only country, I think, that really actually has free speech. Like, I think we're starting to see that. Like, I mean, like you're seeing in Europe, people getting in trouble, like actually going thrown in jail, cops coming to your house for like a tweet. Like, I understand if you like tweet like, I'm going to bomb, like somebody said, I'm going to bomb this event tomorrow. I understand cops coming to your house for that, whatever, stuff like that. Or I'm going to go next door and kill this guy. It's like, okay, well, I get that. But if you're just like, we shouldn't have these people in here, they're raping our daughters and stuff. Like, you should be able to say that shit out loud.
Yeah. Or praying or praying silently in front of an abortion clinic.
Yeah. Dude, that's dystopian.
Not saying anything.
That's fascist shit, man.
You're literally arresting someone
for praying silently?
Praying silently for a child.
How is that even a thing?
For what was it? His child?
I think it was just, I don't know. Yeah. And he was just sitting in front of an abortion clinic. Pray in front of an abortion clinic, whatever. Who gives a shit? Let him do it.
But no,
that's actually a positive thing. That's positive.
What do you guys think about this, man? Something that crossed my mind. It was I feel like the country is headed towards a space where either you're going to be on the side of what was it? You're going to be on the side of either fascism or you're going to be on the side of communism.
Yeah. There's a danger.
That's what it seems like. is headed towards, you're either going to have to make a decision to be on one side or the other, whether you're for a state and everything state, this, that, and the third, or you're going to be for centralized government, equality, and all this.
So I've been talking about this. Thank you for asking that question, Jay. I've been asking this question myself, and because at one point I thought that we were going to be heading into some form of authoritarianism. I thought like you did.
Sure.
Now I will say this: I was wrong about that, especially as my understanding of communism and fascism have expanded. Okay, shout to James Lindsay. Shout to Michael O'Fallon. Shout to Local Distance. All these guys. Theo Jordan
has had some good stuff.
Oh my God. Yeah.
He was just on. Was it last week? He was on, right? Yeah.
Yeah, last week.
Yeah,
last week. You missed a good one, Jay. You missed a good one. But just so you know, I'm gonna get this out the way right. I'm gonna just get this out the way right now. You are welcome anytime, brother. Anytime.
Thank you,
welcome
man.
back.
Definitely.
But the thing about it is, I used to contemplate that question as well, and I will say that we had fascism, we had communism, because here's the thing: when the federal government, when the Biden administration deputized Twitter and Facebook and other social media companies to censor people who were spreading their quote unquote misinformation, disinformation, all that, that's fascism. Because fascism is the coming together of corporate and government corporate and government powers. They come together to oppress the people. That's not me. That's not my interpretation. That's Mussolini's interpreation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he came up with fascism, right?
He did. He came up with the name for it.
The name, right? Yeah.
Fascism is a very much militant form of Marxism. That's really the only difference between fascism and communism. Fascism is very, very much more militant. Why do you think? And it's so funny because the people who you see out here in Black Bloc, who are setting fires, who are doing all of this stuff, who have caused more social disruption over the last several years, they call themselves Antifa or anti-fascist.
Social justice warriors.
Social justice warriors. Yeah. They're out here setting fires. I've seen but that's fascism. They are fascists. Yeah. And if you tell them, and the thing is, and if you really want to trigger these people, tell them that they're being fascist. When they cheer for things like government censorship by way of social media platforms. What was the one thing we used to see? What was the one thing you used to hear all the time when people were like, social media platforms shouldn't be doing this? Well, what do they like to say? Oh, well, these are private companies. Yep. They can do whatever they want.
Yep. 100%. And then Elon took over X, and that you don't hear them say that shit anymore, do you?
Yeah.
Well, you do, but just in an opposite direction. But that's just it. It's like they love when corporations are doing their bidding, their political bidding.
100%.
I talk about this in American soccer all the time in MLS. For those of you who don't know, I'm a big soccer fan, both literally and figuratively. You've got people like the fan base in these for a lot of these teams. They were clamoring for statements from their clubs when the Dobbs decision came down from the Supreme Court, the repeal of Roe v. Wade. They're begging, they were begging for their clubs to come up with political speeches to rally them, to make them feel better, because this bottom up, these people come from the bottom up, and they're like, well, we demand to have corporations and other business entities who want our money. They have to speak our political language, because they want their political beliefs reflected back onto them,
which is crazy. When they should consider that, of course, there's plenty of fans of these teams that don't agree with them. So why are you trying to force everybody to agree with you? You know,
exactly.
Like that is fascist. And like when the Antifa, to your point, like when they intimidate and attack people for disagreeing with them, like even like if like Jordan Peterson comes to a university and he's just a freaking professor, he's a psychology professor, he's actually a really nice guy. And you know, he's just disagrees with the left, and people say he's like a Nazi and a fascist, and they try to get aggressive. Some people, I don't know if they've attacked him, but they've attacked people like him that come, or Ben Shapiro, or somebody who shows up and they throw shit at him and stuff. And it's like, what? This is like fascist. This is fascist. Like, you're not letting him talk. You can't let a person talk out loud. You're the ones that are against free speech. That is the most important right.
Right.
They never once say it.
But like you said,
yeah.
But to piggyback on what Isaiah said, just like how they think racism is only a one-sided thing, only white people can be that way. The thing that triggers them about being called fascist is they think it's only a right-wing philosophy. They think it's only on the right wing. They don't see themselves as being fascist because they think it's strictly for the right side.
They most certainly don't.
Oh, they're definitely fascists. Yeah, with their marriage with the corporate power and social media, especially where they've been censoring free speech in a roundabout way. Like, government should not be doing that at all. Like, that's against the First Amendment. But they'll do it. They'll send an email to Zuckerberg or to Jack. Was his name from Twitter? Jack, whoever owned and
Jack
started
Dorsey.
Twitter. Jack Dorsey. Yeah. Or sending stuff to him, emails to him, being like, no, we don't like that. We don't like that story, or we think that's misinformation. And it's like, and it's not. A lot of times it wasn't, and it just shutting down. That's election meddling to do that in an election, like the Hunter laptop story. Like that is censorship. And I don't give a shit if you're doing it through the corporate channel and you think that makes it okay. It's like, no, you're putting them in a tough position where, like, you're like, well, we might change some laws around, or we're not going to get your funding, or we're not going to protect you. So you kind of put them against the wall. And a lot of those guys probably maybe wanted to do that anyways because about the way they felt. But either way, it's like, you know what you're doing. It's sneaky and it's bullshit.
Exactly.
And thank God Elon's got X now, and thank God for independent media, where like Rogan's of the world, where they bring people on and platform people who are going to give a different perspective, and they don't have to worry about getting canceled. Because you're not going to see these people on CNN for more than like a minute, where they just sit there and shut them down the whole time and talk over them, and make them sound like a maniac. So thank God for that, man. And that goes to what you were saying too, Jay, before. It's like, independent media has been so important to let people just talk and like argue and debate, and let the American people decide. Let the West decide, like, what do I believe? Do I believe CNN and MSNBC, or do I believe these guys that are on these podcasts? And you can look it up yourself. Look it up yourself. Do your own research.
And what's crazy is these issues are not new.
Mm-hmm.
They're not new. Like, we've had battles about communism and fascism before. In the Black community. I'm gonna just show you this clip. I want to get your reaction to it. I am not entirely sure who this is, but
sorry, I just had to laugh when I saw Rachel up there again. Every time I see her face, I start laughing.
Yo, you need to just ask her out, bro.
I know.
Just ask her out.
I got a crush on Rachel Dolezal. I do.
Hold on. All right. So I want to get your reaction to this, Jay, because this is a guy who was speaking about communism from 70 years ago. All right. Here we go.
When I was studying communist tactics and strategy in Moscow, my instructors emphasized the importance of using honest grievances and popular slogans as a smokescreen to cover up the true nature of the revolution. We were taught how to use propaganda and arouse the emotion of the masses. We learned how to set one group against the other and to make them hate each other. We learned the necessity of having martyrs, and we were even told how to create our own martyrs if they did not automatically result from the atmosphere of hatred. We were taught the importance of getting large masses of people into the street for marches and demonstrations. And finally, we were instructed in ways to take off riots and make them spread and to keep them going. When I returned to the United States, I was immediately given practical training. I participated in so-called nonviolent demonstrations that were deliberately calculated to irritate white people into violence against us. I personally was in charge of organizing a march on Washington to dramatize the Scottsboro Boys case. In New York, about 1935, a Negro boy was reported killed by the owner of a store while in the act of stealing some merchandise. Communist Party headquarters decided to make a march out of the boy. So we went right to work, putting out handbills and holding open air meetings. In less than a half hour after we started, there was a race riot on 125th Street, complete with smashing windows of white storekeepers, looting, and all the rest. I'm not speaking of things I read about. These are things I personally participated in. When I was...
Jay, your thoughts on that?
The first thing that comes to mind is MLK and the whole civil rights movement, and how black folks, the black community, has pretty much come up under communism this entire time. Because we know MLK was a communist, right? So everything that MLK stood for kind of reflects how a lot of the black liberals think today. Everything and we if I'm not mistaken, the Soviet Union infiltrated that civil rights movement as well, right?
Yeah, I think that's probably true.
Yeah.
And I came across something to where it said communism and fascism both are a part. They both come from socialism, because Hitler saw what was it? Hitler came across Marx. He gave props to certain parts of Marx, but he had to elevate it to a bigger point, to where he saw how Marx was kind of too soft in how he was going about his whole agenda. So Hitler took it a step further and had it to where it was, like you said, Isaiah, a little earlier, nations and the state and corporation had to be centralized, and you had to go further than the classes battle. And Marx himself said that, you know, the workers and the laborers and whatnot, the people, that they will never be able to institute Marxism. It always have to come from the elites. So when you think about fascism is still a branch off of socialism.
Yes, it is. It's a more militant version of socialism. Like, it's a more I've read Mussolini's works, and let me tell you, he is very much like, this is what we are. We are the top down. We are the state, and we gonna tell you how this revolution's gonna go. That was all Mussolini was about. Okay.
And did Marxist Leninism come after him, or was it before?
Lenin came before Mussolini. But Mussolini, in terms of power, Lenin came about.
Was this 1917? I think
1917
was when they had the revolution. I think the Bolshevik Revolution. I think 1917.
Yeah, that's about right. It sounds about right.
Something like 1919, one of the two.
But Mussolini was coming up in Italy, and him and Antonio Gramsci and others, like Italy's thing was in the 1920s and the 1930s. And that's when Mussolini came to power, and then, you know, obviously they got rid of him in the 1940s at the end of World War II. But the one thing that I have come to understand about Marxism and all this is it feeds at the core of Marxism and all the other denominations. First off, the one thing you have to understand about communism, it is not an economic system. It is not an economic system. Anybody who tells you that is lying, and they're either lying to you or they don't understand it fully. Communism is a cult. And I said this a couple of weeks ago. Communism is a cult of the self made manifest by the state. Okay? The state gives those in power license to govern and follow their own priorities however they want. And since most of the heavies within communist structures are psychotic narcissists and are useless bureaucrats at best, they're going to do whatever they need to stay in power, even if it means hurting and or killing as many people as possible. And that unfortunately, and that's what we see with socialism and all of these other different denominations. I was watching, in fact, I want to give a shout out to Chad Jackson, who over on his YouTube channel, he was playing a video. I was actually watching a little bit where he was showing parallels between Barack Obama and Martin Luther King.
Oh, yeah.
Like some of the things that they've said over the years, it's like, was Barack like channeling MLK?
Did he mention Acorn?
Oh,
that guy in that video you just showed from the 50s or 60s, wherever.
I don't think so.
I thought he said something about acorns.
I don't think so. But go ahead. What were we going to say?
Sure. Well, I thought pretty sure he said that. Like I said in the maybe I'm wrong, but anyways, that was, I think Acorn was he said something about it being a communist party or something like that. And
I mean, I'll pull it back up. Pull it back up.
Yeah, maybe just see like near the middle or end, like see what he thought he said.
Yeah,
that,
I'll
like
pull
the
it
middle.
back up. Yeah, let's.
You don't have to. Yeah,
I can rewatch it. Yeah, I'll pull
or
it back up.
You can like just look to what he says here, like on mute.
When I was studying communist tactics and strategy in Moscow, my instructors emphasized the importance of using honest grievances and popular slogans as a smokescreen to cover up the true nature of the revolution. We were taught how to use propaganda and arouse the emotion of the masses. We learned how to set one group against the other and to make them hate each other. We learned the necessity of having martyrs, and we were even told how to create our own martyrs if they did not automatically result from the atmosphere of hatred. We were taught the importance of getting large masses of people into the street for marches and demonstrations. And finally, we were instructed in ways to take off riots and make them spread and to keep them going. When I returned to the United States, I was immediately given practical training. I participated in so-called nonviolent demonstrations that were deliberately calculated to irritate white people into violence against us. I personally was in charge of organizing a march on Washington to dramatize the Scottsboro Boys case. In New York, about 1935, a Negro boy was reported killed by the owner of a store while in the act of stealing some merchandise. Communist Party headquarters decided to make a march on the boy.
So what does that mean? Was that a misstatement?
I don't know. I think it might have been operatives.
That was a race, right?
Well, there is, isn't there a thing called Acorn
wonders of white storekeepers.
There was.
Wasn't Obama a part of that or something like that? Or
it was, but I don't. But like this guy's talking about something that happened in
but listen, I'm looking at an article right now, and it says Association of Community Organizations for Reform Now, 40-year-old organization, 2010. It said this. What did it say here? I thought I just saw something about the 50s or something. Yeah, assault on Acorn recalled the days of anti-communist witch hunts of the 1950s. As conservative politicians and their Fox News partners went on relentless assault against the organization. Just like Senator McCarthy. So I think this is like a left-wing article I'm reading. Just like Senator Joseph McCarthy waving a list of names of your number here, known communists, the right-wing pundits repeated their lies over and over again until it was done. So yeah, so I guess Acorn was here. Let me why the right wanted to destroy Acorn. Let me send you the link anyways in a private chat.
Okay.
Socialistworker.org. That's what it is. But anyways, Acorn, I guess, was a target of anti-communist witch hunts. So I don't know if he either the caption was wrong there or he's talking about Acorn.
I don't know.
Maybe he was working within that organization.
Yeah, but I think wasn't Obama associated with Acorn or something? Was that like a scandal when he first started? Let me see. Let me see if I can find this. Obama and Acorn.
But anyways, while you look that up, brother, while you look that up, I mean, I just find, I mean,
Acorn votes. Acorn endorsed Barack Obama. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know. Acorn scandal not seen rubbing off on Obama. Okay. Here's a link. I'll send it to you guys too. But anyways, I guess the reason why I thought of that was just because you mentioned how Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Obama sounded similar. Maybe was Dr. King involved with Acorn as well? Maybe he's coming from the same playbook. I don't know. But
I don't know. I
don't know enough about this, honestly. I'm just kind of connecting some dots, but they might not be really connectable.
My thing is what happened to the point to where the communist ideology, it seems like it's accepted these days. When back
100%,
when back in the history, it seems like it was all out war against them. Now today, it's like they're widely accepted.
Yeah,
they march that long march to the institutions.
Yeah, and Cold War's over.
Cold War's over.
Cold War's over. So then it's a free for all to go.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, because that was the one main thing that was holding communism back. I think here of even being openly communist or whatever. It was like, you so that means you're more aligned with the Reds than with the Soviets. So like that makes people very suspicious of you, and that can ruin your career probably. But now Cold War is over, 1989, 1990. Then everybody's like, oh, okay, yes, we don't have to worry about them anymore. So if you're a communist, that's cool, And so that took away like the stigma of it, of being openly communist. And now, like Jay said, a lot of people are openly communists, openly wearing the freaking hammer and sickle and all that. It's like, do you know how many millions of people died from that?
Exactly.
Over 100 million people. Like these people were locked in freaking East Germany. Like they couldn't leave. And like, people were like desperate to leave East Germany and every communist country basically. And you're like going to celebrate that shit? Like you think that's better? You think that'd be better here? Like where you can't leave the country? Why do you think people still risk their lives to come to this country and sneak in and risk getting deported to come to America? Do you see anybody like risking their lives to go to Cuba?
Nope.
Or China?
Karen Bass, but she didn't.
She's risking her career to go to
wherever else she went. But I'm gonna tell you. But no, I'm gonna tell you why. Why communism is so popular these days. Two things. One, after the 1960s, when communists were out in the streets and using the civil rights movement to push their agendas, after they got basically drowned out, they went into the institutions. They went into the universities. They went into the colleges. These assholes became speakers. They became professors. Yep. And so they've had years. Remember, they have been patiently turning the country, turning generations of people into communists, whether they realize it or not.
Yeah.
So now is slow process. And Yuri Bezmenov talks about that. I have his videos also.
Everybody should watch that.
Everybody should watch Yuri Bezmenov
video or so, right? Something like that. But it's worth it.
Where he lays it
Actually,
all
the whole
out.
interview is probably longer. But yeah, you could find like a good 8-minute clip or something if you don't got all the time to watch it just to see. And it's like, are you going to tell me that what he said isn't happened and it hasn't happened? Like, of course it has.
Yeah.
What he said 100% happened already. You know?
Oh, it absolutely has. I mean, again, when you look at something like Evergreen.
Hey, have you seen that? Have you seen the Yuri Bezmenov?
No, I haven't.
You should check that out. We don't put it on now because it's you know it could be a long watch, but it's check that out. It's a guy from the former KGB from the 80s, in the 80s, talking to some guy, and he's talking about like how the Soviets seek to disrupt our countries, to disrupt the West, and implant Marxist stuff. And through the institutions, universities, and he says in the 80s, he said this. The video was in the 80s, and you're gonna sit there and like be like, oh shit, like okay, he laid it out, and they were doing this probably in the 60s. You know, that's I think in the 50s even. I think they already started this.
And you said there's a documentary of it.
There's just I'll send you a link. It's
okay. I'll definitely check.
Yeah, it's an interview. It's an interview from I don't know if it's some journalist. But he goes into he's a defector. He came to the United States, and he decided he didn't want to be part of the Soviet Union anymore, as you would after living there and then coming to the United States. Why the hell would you go back there unless you had family and it's the only way you could see them, I guess.
Exactly.
But I'll send you the link. I'll put it. Can you see the private chat links?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, yeah, I'll send it in there. But,
now I'm gonna look.
It's a great interview. 1983 was the interview.
I'm trying to find the video. Oh, you know what? It'll be under White House.
It's a full interview.
Because I'm trying to find because there's something else I want to talk about, and that's this the video of the video of the Black History Month event that took place, and more than just like Roland Martin screaming at people, calling them the help calling them the help, which was absolutely despicable. But let me. Oh, God, I'm trying to find this video. There's not much video. Oh, here we go. Oh, that's not a good one. That's not a good one. That's not a good video. Oh wait, hold on. We got something here. No, I'm not going to use that one. Okay, because you had a lot of people who were at this thing. You had Marcellus Wiley. Hold on, let me pull this up here. Bear with me a second. Yeah, Marcellus Wiley actually coming to this thing. I'll share it here. It was all a dream. Beyond honored to visit President Donald Trump in the White House. Amazing time with amazing people. There he is. Him and his wife.
There he is.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I'm gonna be honest with you, because there's something I've been really wanting to ask. Like, we keep hearing a lot about how Trump is this racist, this white supremacist, and all of these evil things. Okay. Had a friend of mine leave like this wall of text, basically excoriating me about how basically giving me the old, how could you do this to us? Oh, black folk love doing that. And when they talk to black people who voted for Donald Trump, that's like one of the first. It's like you hurt their blackness personally.
Dude, let me tell you, they're not the only ones, man.
And I
get that from white women a lot too.
So well, the last thing,
and some white men, I'm sure too.
The last one I want to hear from is one of them. You're not going to. I guess I'm one of those. I wish a motherfucker would type. Oh, I'm definitely one of those. Like, I wish one of these little Brooklynite white women
Jeez.
One of these little Brooklynite white liberal women kind of like, how in the world how could you do this? You betrayed your own people.
Oh my God.
Like, don't you N-words all vote together anyways? Like what's going on here?
That is
no,
spot on.
So what has been your experience with that, Jay? Like do you get that within your own family, your own personal friends groups? Like what are you seeing?
As far as my family goes, like I said, I came from Mississippi to Georgia, and Mississippi, my family all are for Trump. You go back to Mississippi,
okay.
Mississippi is a state where, we just want to be left alone. We have our, country land, and we don't depend on the government for anything. So that state is more Trump than anything, and it's to the point to where they don't even show it on. Like anytime an election is occurring, they don't even show it. They just automatically give it to the GOP. So my family was already contacting me, was like, man, you see what they're doing to Trump? It's all BS, this, that, and the third, and mainstream media news, lies, this, that, and the third. So my family is, they were already Trump supporters.
I just got reminded, man. You guys don't know, what Biden thinks about you guys and your family, man.
Oh yeah, we're scum, and
so you ain't
trash,
black.
and we're not black, right?
You ain't black.
Black card is gone. But my colleague, like I said, I just got into politics not long ago, and in 2016, I was kind of on the fence about it. I was kind of like being around the different neighborhoods in Georgia. When you see the majority black areas, it's all Democrat. You see number of Democrat signs, Democrats campaigns, Democrat representatives coming and having little pop-up shops or whatnot. Right. So I'm thinking, not being fully into politics, I'm thinking like, man, I guess this is what, I suppose to align with this type of this group. So I remember one of my coworkers coming to me, he was like, man, I'm voting for Trump. We was in like our little break room or whatnot. He was like, man, I'm voting for Trump. And another coworker was like, man, I know you ain't voting for that racist, this, that, and the third. And I know you're not. That man is a racist, right? And the coworker is a black guy. Now, both of these guys are black. One is for Trump, one is a Democrat. And the guy that was for Trump, he was calm, cool, and collective, was like, nah, he's not a racist. Just do your research. He just kept saying, just do your research. He's not a racist. But the Democrat was adamant about, nah, he's definitely a racist. He's definitely a racist. So I'm thinking like, man, I supposed to be, voting for Democrat or whatnot. So time goes on. I volunteer for to poll watch. And it's number of Democrats in the area, number of Democrats. And I'm talking to them, but I'm not realizing that they are Democrats. But the way that they're talking, it's like they're conservatives. They're all black people. They talk with a mindset of independence, just being on their own, and just. But once it seems like once that party affiliation pops up, it's like the whole mindset shifts into something else.
Well, there's so much misinformation, man.
Yeah, it's like they're. It's hard to explain it. It's like that party affiliation changes everything. It doesn't matter what that party represents. Don't even matter. It's just all about their party affiliation.
Yep.
It's frightening. It's truly frightening. I've never seen. It's like the Democratic Party truly looks at black people as a blob. We are a socio-political blob. The Democratic Party, what I have come to understand over the years, is that they just do not know how to interact with black people outside of the context of criminality, incarceration, hypersexuality. They don't know how to talk to us. They don't know how to talk, especially not heterosexual black men. They do not know how to talk to us. They don't know how to interact with us. They're really scared of us because most of these people are quite fearful of things that they can't control. And so what's crazy to me is that I don't understand why black folk keep voting for this political party. They don't like us. They replace us in our own neighborhoods. They treat us like we're idiots. I mean, for goodness sake, they put Kamala Harris out there. They really tried to sell us Kamala Harris.
You mean, no, I mean, she's a cultural phenomenon.
A cultural phenomenon. Are you a cultural phenomenon of what? Public alcoholism?
It's America's wine mom.
Like
Right.
No, that's Kathy Hochul.
That's true.
but think about
Kathy
that for a
Hochul, man.
second.
Oof.
Isn't she the one that said that the little black kids don't know what laptops is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Governor of New York. Hello.
Yeah, I mean that's terrible.
I mean, like open. I have never seen such open racism from one party, but yet we keep voting for these people. We keep supporting them. Like, how in the world are we gonna? This is twofold. How in the world are we supposed to vote for a party that thinks this of that with guys like this? I was
gonna say you might want to play that Biden compilation because
I am.
He's got a greatest hits over here, man.
And shout to Steven Crowder because his team put this together.
Yeah.
We already have a nigger mayor. We don't need any more nigger big shots.
They're gonna put you all back in chains. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Corn Pop was a bad dude, and he ran a bunch of bad boys.
Let me start off with 2 words: made in America. They gave me a list here.
4 more years. Pause.
4 more years. 4 more years.
Time to close. Endings and beginnings are ending and beginning now.
This was our president for 4 years.
Jill, if there's ever a problem, just walk out on the balcony here, or walk out, put that double-barrel shotgun and fire 2 blasts outside the house.
If you want to fight against the country, you need an F-15.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black, COVID is taking.
There it is.
Oh my God, man.
I remember when I first heard that. I was like, "You fucking around, Biden?" Saying that to Charlemagne. Are you crazy?
But you know what? The Democrats are the only ones that will go to the hoods of America and talk to black folks. They're the only ones. But I was watching Vince Everett Ellison, and he had a video detailing how back in the day the Democrats and Republicans made a deal to where if they give the Democrats a certain amount of districts, if the Democrats gave them a certain amount of a certain amount of districts or something like that, that the Republicans would stay out of all of the black neighborhoods. And I think Jim Clyburn, he was somehow a part of that back in the day when they came up with that deal. So that's why we never see Republicans in the hoods. And I used to wonder that myself, like, why is it that Republicans never come to the majority black areas?
Until Trump.
I thought it was
Trump.
I thought I would.
And even Trump is the only one that has really came. Other GOP members, they still haven't came.
Yeah,
so hopefully they can keep up with this, what Trump is doing and take notes from it and learn.
Sure. Yeah, I agree. I assumed it was because they thought that it was like unwinnable. So there's like, let's not waste resources there. Let's waste resources in like the swing states or whatever. Because they, I guess because black people do, I think historically, right. I don't think I'm speaking out of turn, but they do historically vote such high numbers percentage for Democrats when they do vote.
Yeah.
Although that's changing now. One thing I want to say too, I think the reason that we haven't mentioned yet is that I think, especially because there's a big gender gap, right, in the voting for Trump in general, and it's like I've seen so many couples too that I know, like many races who are like their women are Democrats, and the men are conservatives. And I'm wondering how much that affect. I mean, it definitely affected men of other races, but I'm wondering how much you guys think of like black men were affected by like just the anti-male messaging of the Democrats, like just crushing masculinity, talking shit about men, the toxic masculinity, men are bad, future is female, all that shit that we were seeing for years. How much do you think that affected the vote as well?
Jay, before you answer that, I'm gonna just share this. Hold on. Here's that video.
Here she is.
Young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word computer is. They don't know. They don't know these things. And I want the world open up to all of them, because when you have their diverse voices innovating solutions through technology, then you're really addressing society's broader challenges.
So I guess black people in the Bronx live in a fucking Stone Age or something, man. How do you not know what a computer is?
Comments like this, man, in and of itself is racist.
Yes.
And I don't see how black people can't understand that. Comments like, oh, black people, when Joe Biden went to the, I forgot which HBCU he went to, but when he said that white supremacy is one of the greatest domestic threats in America.
Yeah, that was hilarious to me.
I'm thinking to myself, man, like I said, I'm from Mississippi. I've never came across a white supremacist. Back in high school, the school was 50-50, white, black, and we had a few Latinos and Mexicans, but we never had issues. We all got along fine.
That's wild, because I would say like Mississippi, Alabama are usually known as like probably where there would be the white supremacists.
Exactly. Deep South, you would think that you would have all types of problems, but man, I never came across a white supremacist, and I don't even like to use the term white supremacy anyway. I don't like to use the term white supremacist, because when you use that term, you're calling the person a superior to you. You're automatically calling yourself inferior to that person. So I don't even believe in that term when people say it.
Yeah, no, and I feel like the left, to that point, I think the Democrats like frequently speak that way. Like they constantly, it's implied that black people are inferior. It's implied that black people can't compete with white people or Asian people, or they can't. And it's like that's white supremacists. Actually,
that's not by accident, man. They're keeping that mindset going. They're keeping that division and inferiority complex going.
Yeah,
like it's not by accident.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's bullshit, man. I don't like that.
It is.
It's absolutely horrible.
When you tell a group of people for so long that they can't make it, that their country is against them, the white man is on your neck, the white man is on your back, you're the enemy of the country. What do you think that group of people is going to grow up?
It breaks your spirit.
It breaks your spirit. It makes you.
Why should I try? Why should I bother? Why should I bother? I should just not give a shit, not care, not try.
And that makes the entire group
100%
really attracted to communism.
That's the wrong.
It pulls them that way.
Yeah,
because now you're looking for ways for things to become equal. You're looking for equality. You're looking for someone to level the playing field.
You're looking for revenge.
You're
looking for revenge. If you listen, if it's social justice, and then you listen to the rhetoric that these people use, it's all about getting back at people
100%.
who took something from you. Whether you could have never gone through slavery, you could have never gone through Jim Crow. There is not a soul alive. There is not a black person alive in America today who has gone through slavery whatsoever. But yet somehow we are always told that that slavery still has this quote unquote hold on black people to this day, and no one can ever explain how, no one can ever explain why. It's like history for black people began and then it's like stopped we're frozen in the 1960s. We've been frozen in the civil rights era for the better part of 60 years. No one can explain why. No one understands anything. We're just sitting around. We're waiting for the next batch of black leaders to get us up to rescue us. And then when you see the black leaders like Al Sharpton and 100%. Others. Al Sharpton, this motherfucker is leading black folk in their 50s and 60s and maybe a little older, leading black folk to spend their hard-earned money in a gigantic multi-billion-dollar company like Costco. Why? Because they keep DEI practices going.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to, instead of forget small business. Fuck small businesses. Fuck starting your own business and really like blowing yourself. Like I shouldn't say blowing yourself up, but like getting making yourself big and sustainable that way. Oh no! You need to go to the gigantic corporation that's been gigantic for years. Keep giving them your money. Keep being dependent on these people who look at you as just a number and some money.
Yeah. And they squashed all the local businesses, mom and pop shops.
Yeah.
What do you think? Well, I mean, come on now. You live in Georgia. I'm from Maryland. How many small businesses did Walmart put out make destitute?
And Amazon now too. Yeah.
And Amazon up here in New York and in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah. It's damn near like crony capitalism, man.
Yeah.
And then it goes back to what you were saying, how it's state and corporations, because I kind of view Al Sharpton as a part of the state because he's so deep into politics. I just saw the other day, I'm sure you guys saw, where he was talking to your governor about Eric Adams.
What are they going to do with Eric Adams?
Exactly.
Why the hell are you asking him?
Right.
No, I'll tell you.
What else he have to do with it?
I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you why it is.
Before you say it, Isaiah, we probably thinking the same thing. It's to run a campaign. Al Sharpton's job is to mentally prepare the black community to accept the fact that they finna get rid of Eric Adams. That's what I think.
Because it looks bad for a white woman.
I agree.
Exactly.
That was the intent.
Fire a black man.
It does.
So it's like the representative of all black people, which is apparently he's the freaking patron saint of black people or whatever.
Yeah.
Al Sharpton says it's okay, so it's okay, right, everybody? And you're supposed to be like, yeah, it is. It's like,
that's that color legitimacy that I was talking about.
100%, Isaiah.
That's that color legitimacy. But what's crazy is that Hochul actually decided against removing him. Hochul actually decided against removing Eric Adams. But again, for those of you who, for the benefit of our audience, last week, Mayor Eric Adams, who's the current mayor of New York City, he's been under fire from a lot of communists over the last couple of weeks to try to get him up out of office for actually working with the Trump administration to fix our illegal immigration crisis here in the 5 boroughs. They want him gone. They want him gone desperately because illegal immigrants up here are tax cattle. Okay, they are tax cattle. Well, they're not just tax cattle; they are vote cattle.
Yeah, that's
okay. After 60 days, I mean, this, the Adams's people, and as well as the state, as well as like some other organizations, have been trying to get municipal voting rights after 60 days of residency for illegal immigrants up here. So yes,
I thought I thought they could already vote in local elections up there in New York.
They tried and they said no.
They stopped it. Okay.
The state Supreme Court's already said no twice, and now they're going back for a third bite at the apple. Wow. Okay, but the point is, it's like Trump already said no. The administration already said no. They already said no about congestion pricing. Pam Bondi has already filed charges against Kathy Hochul, against Tish James, and the commissioner of New York State DMV. So you're going to add. So you're going to add getting rid of Eric Adams. You're going to add to that pile. She'd be a damn fool if she did that.
That makes sense. Yeah.
She'd be a damn fool if she did that, and that's why she was like, "Well, wait." That's what. Listen. Any other thing, she'd have been like, because if you notice on Adams, she was like, "Oh, hold up now, I'm not going to do it." But once congestion pricing, when congestion pricing was ended by the Trump administration, then she's like, "Oh no, Trump is not a king. We will fight to tax the fuck out of our citizens." Like,
right?
Never mind the fact that it's Black and Latino residents of New York City who are going to suffer the most, because of congestion pricing. I know a lot, like police officers, firefighters, EMS, transit employees that drive in. Yeah. The entire middle class, and you're penalizing people just for coming to work every day in Manhattan below 60th Street. That's a racist policy.
Yeah.
Especially
who doesn't mind that?
Especially by
who doesn't mind that? The elites, the rich, they don't mind paying those little extra $9-10 to get to the city. They're saving time. They're saving time.
These and understand, when you look at, matter of fact, they were apparently they were protesting all throughout Manhattan today, yesterday rather. And if you like, there are videos that are circulating, and guess what? The vast majority of people in them videos, white liberals.
What exactly were they protesting?
They're protesting to keep congestion pricing in place. They want Governor Hochul. Yes.
That's wild, huh?
Govern me harder, Daddy. Govern me harder, Daddy. That's yes.
Wow.
Govern me harder. That's what they're doing. I have never in my life seen people like actively campaigning
to pay more every day,
to pay more money, to make people pay $9 per day for the
you wonder why they're doing. You wonder why Democrats
driving
are suffering
through Manhattan.
Right. Now, do you think these are real people, or are they the renter mob that's coming out and hitting the streets and protesting?
Right? Yes. The answer is yes to that. It's both.
Yeah.
It's both. We got
people from out of state too, like you always brought up.
Exactly.
You've got online. You've got you've got people like all these urbanist accounts who are like, congestion pricing works, and they're saying this from fucking Portland, Oregon, or Richmond, Virginia.
Talking about New York City politics,
talking about New York City politics. But the reason why they need that is because New York is the test dummy.
Yeah.
New York is the test case for all this. So if it works in a place like New York City, it's got to work in a place like, say, Baltimore.
Yeah.
It's got to work in DC or Atlanta.
Yeah.
Okay. Where because any place with like extensive with any kind of public transportation service.
Yep.
Anyways,
wait, one more thing. Hey, nobody answered my question though. I got about the male anti-male stuff. Maybe pushing.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
What do you think about that,
Jay? Go ahead.
Yeah, that definitely is what pushed the percentages up for Trump when it came to the black male vote. Definitely, because as a black man, I can only speak for myself, but I'm like my colleagues, co-workers, we don't depend on the government for anything. We don't want LGBTQ propaganda pushed down our throats. We don't want sex change operations for kids. We don't want to see women. We don't want to see men competing in women's sports or any of that. So we saw it all along from the Democratic Party with the whole welfare state, where they wanted to get the man out of the house from the very beginning in order to give the woman extra benefits. And the more kids that she had, the more benefits that she got. That started a long time ago. So their only thing they're doing now is becoming just more extreme with with the demasculinization of men, only propping up LGBTQ. When you see the Democratic Party, you don't see any masculinity at all when it comes to any of their events or anything. Yeah. So that's my take on that, man. I mean, I just can't get with a party that pushes any of that.
Yeah, me neither. I think that's totally true. And also not just that, but I think part of the gender divide too, like I think men are usually taking in different media than women are. And, a lot of guys are listening to, like the Joe Rogans of the world and those, any kind of independent podcasts where like they're speaking the truth actually, like, or as they see it, real truth from a man's perspective without the censorship, without the you can't talk about that, can't say that, don't make that joke, oh no, like we have to push this agenda. It's like, and then that's the stuff that men tend to watch. Women are still watching the other stuff a lot of times, not always, or listening to those podcasts or whatever, or watching the fucking View, and I think we're getting different media and we're like, this is horseshit. We see what you guys are watching on MSNBC and the View, it's like, this is horseshit. We're like, when they say when they said like just lying, like when they say like about Trump when he said it was like a bloodbath. You remember that like last summer?
Oh, yeah.
And all the media ran with that. That like CNN's, I think New York Times of the world. There's a headline: Trump said there's gonna be a bloodbath if he loses. And they didn't try. You know, they made it very clear that you're trying to say that he was threatening violence on Americans, on Americans, Democrats, liberals. Like basically, if he loses, that next day, conservatives are come out and start shooting people. Yeah, civil war. And he was talking about fucking. What was he talking about? Do you guys remember?
The car industry.
The car fucking industry, China, and the car industry. That's an economic, financial term. Bloodbath, very common. He's a fucking. He's a New York Wall Street kind of guy. You know, he's been in those circles. That's the language they've used forever. I looked it up in a goddamn dictionary. I could see it. And they tried, and CNN, and these people were telling the straight face that he is saying that he's going to threaten civil war, basically, and terrorism or something. And it's like, nah, he didn't say that shit at all. And we can just look that up.
Not at all.
We just looked that video up on our own on YouTube and see exactly what he said. And you guys just lied to us. And you guys don't have any excuse for that. It wasn't like you made a mistake. You're a journalist. You have 100 fucking people working at CNN to make sure this is true what you're saying. And you just still said it like for a couple of days.
Fact checkers and everything, man.
Yeah. Fuck off. And I think a lot of men, no matter what race they are, see that and they're like, I don't give a shit what you guys are saying about this guy. Like, you are lying to us. And like, why should I trust anything you're saying? And there's been a couple other times when they've done that, obviously.
Yeah, it goes back to the fine people on both sides.
Fine people on both sides, exactly. That's another major one. That Obama said. Didn't he just say he said
Obama
that,
just said it again,
in August or September, and it's like Obama should be better than that, man. You know, like that made me lose a lot of respect for, because I before I voted for Obama. You know, I had a lot of respect for Obama, and I thought he was a reasonable guy. He spoke out against wokeness sometimes, and then he says shit like that. And it's like, damn, man, Obama really, like, you know, you just lost a lot of respect from a lot of people too, man. Like.
I lost respect for Obama when he went to that event where those young black men were there, and he tried to chastise them for not voting for Kamala, and practically tried to blame it on sexism, as if those young black men couldn't make up their own mind and make their own decisions.
Or they wouldn't vote for her because she's a woman. It's like, really? That's exactly. Black men or most men are really like, can't vote for any woman, man. Just can't do it. It's like, no, like if you're a strong woman who's smart, better than the other person, whatever, like a Tulsi Gabbard or something like that, I can vote for Tulsi Gabbard. I can vote for a black Tulsi Gabbard. Like, I don't give a shit what color she is.
I can vote for Winsome Sears.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's so, I think men in general are sick of hearing this shit. From like, oh, if you don't vote for women, you're sexist. If you don't vote for this person, you're racist. And it's just like, if you don't agree with pushing shit on kids to get them to castrate themselves and take puberty blockers, or men playing with women in sports, you just hate trans people. You're afraid of them. And it's like, no, I don't hate trans people at all. I don't really give a shit. If that's what you want to do as an adult and you want to, castrate yourself, go for it, man. You're an adult. I don't think it's a great idea, but that's you. What can I say? Yeah. But doing it to kids, pushing on kids, pushing it from their young age, like this is what they always do. They say you're hateful, you're a bigot, you're whatever. And it's like, no, not at all, man. Not at all.
Shit's not working anymore.
Yeah.
Real quick. I do have a bit of breaking news.
Uh-oh, we got.
It turns out that President Trump has just named Dan Bongino as deputy director of the FBI.
So he'll be working with Cash then, right? Like,
he's working right under Cash.
Deputy, yeah. Okay, that's something.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Wow.
Now,
it'll be a long 4 years.
I didn't see that coming at all.
Democrats.
Yeah, it is. It is, man. I thought that he was going to get the position for the Secret Service, the head of the Secret Service. I thought he was going to get that.
I hope they have somebody good.
I didn't see this position coming.
Yeah.
But congratulations to Bongino, man.
Congratulations. Even though
Bongino, man.
I have a full disclosure, I had a bad run-in with him several years ago too. But in my woke days, yeah.
He may not hold that against you since it was a part of your woke days.
No, he got me blocked on X.
Really?
He might. I mean, I don't know. I haven't even tried to reach out to him, but nah. I don't know. I might have to talk to him again. I might have to, or at least try, or at least reach out. Yeah. but he was running for governor here in Maryland, and he was actually running for a couple of offices here. He lost all the races that he ran for in the state of Maryland. But I didn't like him. I had a bad run-in with him, and he was and I basically let him have it while on a free internship, and I got fired from a free internship. So
Isaiah, man, you and your big mouth, huh, man?
And listen, 2013 was a wild year, bro. Wild year. But no, congrats to Dan Bongino.
Congrats.
Big news there. I actually have that video that you were referring to, Jay, and I want to actually want to present this, and of course, I want to get your reaction to it on the other side of it. So here we go. Let me just pull this up here, and there we go, and go.
You find out who's making stuff up. You at least give them a talking to. And you sure want to put them in charge of anything. So, I didn't mean to get so serious. But when I hear about this stuff, I start feeling like we don't have enough of a sense of what's at stake here. These aren't ordinary times, and these are not ordinary elections. You lucky Michelle's not here. She really talking. Serious.
Superficial motherfucker.
So,
oh man.
Good news is that not only as Attorney General and as Senator and as Vice President and now as the nominee for the Democratic Party, Kamala has made us proud. She has been out there. If you doubt that, I hope y'all watched the debate, because that wasn't close. That was like Mike Tyson. It was like, oh man, stop that now.
Man,
get this motherfucker off my screen.
Get him out of here, man.
No, get this fucking guy. You know what?
That aged poorly, man.
Jay, I'm gonna tell you right now. I feel you as somebody who voted for Barack Obama in 2012 and in 2008. I feel the same way you did. I looked up to that man. I thought he was I personally thought that he was a great, that he was like this iconic figure. He was like the best of us, as I used to say. And when he just condescended to black people in that clip, and there was another clip also. I don't think I played the correct one, but to just listen. But just
that was another one. Yeah, I didn't catch that part.
Oh, this is it. Yeah. Hold on, I found it. I found the one. Hold on, yeah, I found the correct one. I'm sorry. My apologies to the audience. Yeah, I found the right one. Let me just go back here.
Yeah, man. When Obama freaking lied to us, man, there you go. Here he is.
Here we go. Here it is.
Is that we have not yet seen the same kinds of energy and turnout in all quarters of our neighborhoods and communities as we saw when I was running. Now, I also want to say that seems to be more pronounced with the brothers.
Here we go,
so
brothers.
If you don't mind, just for a second, I'm going to speak to y'all and say that when you have a choice that is this clear, when on the one hand you have somebody who grew up like you, knows you, college with you.
When?
Understands the
Jesus.
struggle
When?
and pain and joy that comes from those experiences. He said to work harder and do more and overcome and achieves the second highest office in.
Oh boy.
I can't. I can't with this. I can't with this.
You know what I've realized, man? Freedom for the left is only what they allow it to be, as far as black people. When it comes to voting, when it comes to supporting certain things, when it comes to just getting in line with the program, freedom only revolves around that. As far as being an individual, it's like that's non-existent within the Democratic Party. That's what I've realized. They preach this freedom this and freedom that, but out of all things, you don't have the freedom to make up your mind when it comes to voting. You better vote for a Democrat, or you're not black. You're not one of us.
Right. It's like we picked a black woman for you. We picked a black woman for you. You have to vote for her.
Right.
It's like, what? No, it's about what she stands for. What she's a quality candidate. That's what are you talking about?
They don't like us. We are simply votes to these people. And I personally am thankful that Trump actually represents a third way. He always had represented a third way, because if you look at it, you had the Democrat Party that has owned the black vote since the 1960s.
Yeah.
Okay. On the other hand, you've had the traditional Republican Party that literally could not give a flying fuck about black people. Okay. Yeah. If you think for 1 second that guys like Mitch McConnell are worried about us.
Right.
Okay. I mean, this man.
You also got to remember, Isaiah, like, everybody's got to keep this in mind too. It's like none of these people really give a fuck about anybody.
True.
But then, and like their friends,
absolutely.
Like Democrat, Republican, Nancy Pelosi, Schumer, McConnell, any of the freaking Romney, probably any of these people who are Cheney. Like those people are all. That's a uniparty too.
Yeah, it is a uniparty. Exactly.
They're just all bought and paid for, and they're just looking to. I mean, you see how much they're worth? These like, was it Schumer's worth like $95 million? He makes $200,000 a year. How the fuck did he make that much money?
They don't. They don't care about us. And but the difference between the Republicans and the Democrats, I'm talking about
the Democrats pretend to, at least.
I'm talking exactly.
Yeah.
That's what was, and to me, that's what makes the Democrats worse. Because listen, if you don't like me, if you don't care nothing about my neighborhood, if you're not going to even try to put up any pretenses about us, then I can respect that. I'm like, okay, fine. You don't want to, you don't fuck with us. That's fine. You go right up. You go right ahead, and we go handle our business. We're just going to do what we need to do. Okay,
vote the way you
but
want to
when you pretend, when you pretend to be our friend and benefactor, to paraphrase Malcolm X, when you pretend to have our backs and then do things like and then create policies and do things like congestion pricing. Like all these bike lanes, and you intentionally punish the middle class because you want your street fares and you want your empty streets. You want everybody to take the subway. You want all the poors to take the subway while you get your streets and get to see daylight for 24/7. Like that. When you put in DEI in place, okay, that only benefits white people, white liberals, predominantly white women. When you do all of these things and whilst pretending to be on our side, that makes Democrats worse. And what I like about Trump, and Jay, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, Trump represents a third way. Trump represented a choice that Trump represented a choice to us that was different from the uniparty structure.
Yeah,
where
I agree.
I mean, he's proving it right now.
First
month in, I mean, he's doing things nobody's ever done. I don't know if anybody's ever done a lot of these things as a president. So,
I respect Trump more than I did. And again, I used to hate this man. I used to hate this man. The fact that you've got people, what I respect the most about Trump is that he has actually made the Democrats dysregulate to the point where they have become open about the very negative nature of their policies.
Yep.
Case again, I'm gonna use congestion pricing. I'm going to use congestion pricing as the example. His Department of Transportation it takes away the clearance that they needed, the authorization that they needed to even do congestion pricing. Trump goes, congestion pricing's over, long live the king, right? And he puts up that meme. What do you think Democrats were more upset about? They were more upset. They weren't upset about him. They weren't so upset about him ending the congestion pricing authorization. What do you think what did they harp on? They harped on, he's not a king. You're not a king. How dare you impose on us? You're not a king. You're imposing on states' rights. States' rights.
Right. We're going back to the Confederate days.
When did Democrats, but hold on a second. When did Democrats ever give a damn about states' rights?
Right.
During the Civil War.
Exactly.
Going back to the Confederate days.
Yeah.
Going back to Jim Crow. But think about that. But think about that. That simple meme, that simple joke had these Democrats going, fuck you. You're not a king. We reserve the right to tax our citizens into oblivion.
Yeah. You're right.
Trump plays these people
right,
like a
man.
fucking fiddle, man. He plays like a fiddle. Like, just all he has to do is put out one, and same with Elon. All he has to do is like put one little kind of joking like thing, and then he'll have the media spinning hysterically over that for at least a day. And he just gets his stuff done. And there's like, oh my God, he's a king. It's like, what? Grow the fuck up, man. He's not a king just because he put a goddamn meme out. So who gives a shit? Let's focus on what he's actually doing. If you want to be a real journalist, like, grow up, man.
To piggyback on what Isaiah was saying, it goes back to the left saying, "Oh, we can't tax our citizens to oblivion." Now compare that to Jasmine Crockett coming out and saying, "What is $5,000 going to do for you in case Doge gives you all a dividends check from the savings from the USAID cuts? What is a $5,000 dividend check is going to do for you?" Same way it would do a lot for me as well. You know, and that just goes to show that the left, it's like they have such disdain for American citizens that you combine that with Trump, and it's just chaos.
And that shows the elitism too. It's like, what's $5,000 going to do for you? First of all, the balls, since they give like Hawaiians like $700 after their house burns down. Like, the balls are even saying that. But it's like $5,000 does help most middle class people, you know, and honestly, and that's our fucking money, by the way. Right. So if you're going to be giving that money anywhere, maybe give us a bigger fucking refund instead of giving that to Guatemala for sex changes.
Right. I saw another personality on X. He was on the left. He has a black, I guess, media outlet, and he was saying how, you guys took what Jasmine Crockett said wrong, because she was putting it like, if somebody is out of a job and they're being laid off from all of the cuts, what is $5,000 going to do for them? I mean,
he's full of shit.
Even with them being out of a job, that $5,000 could be going towards their rent or their mortgage payments, and that can extend them, you know, an additional 2 months at least to look for another job and get back on their feet. So you can't say a $5,000 check. Yeah, I'm telling you.
Here go Jasmine Crockett right here. What $5,000 gonna do for you? I get three times that amount in my check every time Daddy Soros pays my money.
Exactly.
Like, are you kidding me, right, dude? Yo, I'm sorry. I've been in a particular career for 5,000 money coming back would be fantastic. And at this point, you put 750 in people's hands when they were living in tents in the cold in eastern Tennessee and western North Carolina after Hurricane Helene.
Yep.
Y'all ready to leave people out there, Appalachians, to die. Okay? Let's be very clear. The administration was ready to leave these to ease to death out there in in Appalachia. And you have the audacity to sit there and say, oh, well, what's $5 going to do for you?
Yeah, man. They give. I mean, look, anything. It's good that they're giving any help, but that's scraps compared to $5,000. You know, so
you had people in Hawaii and Lahaina, the island damn near burnt out.
Yeah,
and you stuck $750 in their hand, and then said, "Oh, and then
luck.
All of a sudden, right. Good luck. We're gonna build our smart city now."
Yeah.
Too bad.
Oh, I hope people are paying attention, man. I hope people are paying attention because it's like, you know, with all the money given away in USAID and all these other agencies, NGOs, and it's like, you know, that money should be saved for just in case, like insurance too. A lot of that, where like, hey, if your house burns down, like a big like disaster happens, like, you know, maybe you really build new houses for these people. Maybe that's we could probably do that. Like with all this money that we're saving, I think we probably could do that. And what a great thing to have for Americans have to go through that. Any of us could happen to us, God forbid. You know, well, that's good. We're already paying for this. It's our money. How about we help out fellow Americans whose town burns down? You know, and California is another one. Although California has a lot of blame on themselves, I think, with Newsom. I mean, so I feel like they should be paying for that out of pocket. Like not the people, but like the politicians, the NGOs over there. Like, how much did he put? Like, was it like didn't they have some kind of project like 20 billion for something, and they only 20 billion for like
the railway project,
railways, also some kind of toilet thing. I think they had in San Francisco, which is a couple million or something like that, and like they didn't even do it yet. There's so many projects they have in California where they have so much money, or 20 billion for homelessness. Right? Is homelessness gotten better? What the hell they been doing with that money?
Gotten worse.
So where's that money going to?
Yep.
What the fuck are you doing? You got to like the 20 years of Newsom's been saying he's going to improve homelessness. You give him $20 billion. Why are we giving him money for this? If it's gotten worse, where is the the benchmarks of like, okay, well, we improved this, improved that. What'd you do? You gave him heroin needles? Is that what you did?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you. $20 billion later. Thanks.
Yeah.
I hope people are paying attention.
Yeah, we definitely need to start paying more attention. I do have a question for you, Jay, from our chat. Toby Blanchard asks, where did he get that hat?
Oh, back when Trump was campaigning, man, I was donating to his campaign, and one of my donations they sent the MAGA hat. So,
well, they sent that for free after you donated?
Yeah.
Oh, that's hot. I don't know if Kamala's doing that shit. Yeah, like, that's cool. That's a pretty good gift. That's a nice gift. Yeah. Like an official Trump MAGA hat. Like if you donate, like that's pretty cool. Usually they give you a sticker or some shit, and they'll call you a million times.
Yeah,
that's great. Man.
Oh, all right. So last,
Isaiah, you've been breaking up a lot last couple minutes. I don't know if you want to close some windows or something.
Yeah, let me see.
I don't know if that could help.
I mean, all my windows are closed.
Yeah. I don't know. It's been breaking up. I don't know. Have you been hearing that too, Jay?
Yeah, I have.
We're catching like your last word every sentence here.
Uh oh.
I don't know if there's anything that can be done to help with that.
I don't know. Let me just try something quick. Let me just change over quick. I don't understand.
Should I ask in the meantime, Jay, about how does the Republican Party continue to bring in blacks and minorities into the party? That might be a good thing to ask right now. We had a couple questions we had for you, Jay.
I think it starts at the grassroots level, man. They have to do more with getting out into the communities and actually reaching out to the black people in these areas, man. They just can't continue the status quo. They have to actually build off of what Trump has put into place. You can't be scared to go to these blue areas. You have to get out there and mingle with the people, talk with the people. I don't care what the data says. Because like you said earlier, Nostra, it could be that they're looking at data and they may be looking at these areas as unwinnable. But when you look at the grand scheme of things, it only takes for you to capture a few more percentages to actually get across the finish line. So it wouldn't hurt them to get out there and talk with the people.
100%. I think that's a great point. And yeah, sometimes it is just a percentage increase. You don't need to win everybody, and that can move a swing state or just a state.
Yeah, a few counties.
Yeah, a few counties. I would say also people got to see some results too. Different communities. So like I think we're already seeing some of them, at least with the executive orders. Hopefully, most of them, if not all of them, stay legal, because I know they're being fought by judges and stuff. But like just having the borders closed.
Correct.
I think most Americans, even Latino Americans, even some immigrants are like happy about that. Because first of all, they know that some of these people coming aren't just great people. Two, that's competition for their jobs. So there's a lot of Americans that are behind that. Black people, I know I've seen a lot of videos of black people saying why are you letting these people in here and giving their resources when our community can use those resources? Obviously, there's crime that comes in with some of these gangs, and it's a lot of violence, and that affects especially like inner city communities. So I mean, it's like those are results. But if we could see more things that help the black community, help Latino communities, help whatever community that's usually not that has been historically viewed as like Republicans didn't care so much about them, that is another way to really bring more different minorities, blacks, Latinos, whatever. And I think while we talked a lot about the black community, I think it's interesting to bring up about the Latino community. It's like, or Latinos in general. I mean, I don't even know about the community thing. It's like we're it's the same thing with black people. It's like the thing Democrats always talk about, like it's like a monolith, right? It's
that's right. But you guys had record numbers as well, right?
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And that's one thing. The Democrats, it's funny. Democrats are like, I think Isaiah, people were saying like, they're not catering as much to black people in a way or whatever, but it's like they stopped catering to Latino people a long time ago. And I think personally, it's because like they really talk about Latino people at all, besides illegal immigrants, I guess. But besides that, it's like they don't really message to Latinos anymore. Because I think they realize like Latinos are pretty conservative frequently. Like they frequently, especially if they just came from the whatever country they came from, a couple generations removed, they're frequently very religious, like Catholic or something. They're very anti-abortion.
You guys are very family oriented as well.
Family
right?
oriented. Yep.
Yeah.
I could bet you most of them don't believe in fucking this transgender shit or like or indoctrinating children with it, I should say. And just indoctrinating all of that stuff, like Pride, making it like Pride Month all year long and stuff. I think it's too much, especially for young kids. Why do you think about sex and stuff at such an early age, right? So I know a lot of Latino people are against that. They don't want to be told what to think and what to do. They don't want to be told what they could joke about. Like we're not really about that life. Like, and I know black people are the same in that sense. It's like we're gonna joke about.
Yeah, but that ain't that's not stopping them from advertising this shit hard. To us. Yeah. They love putting that kind of
and a lot of them
on us.
And a lot of Latinos are very anti-Marxist, anti-socialist, like coming from knowing what happened in Cuba, knowing what happened in Venezuela. We read that news and that in the language, like it's that doesn't escape us. And like, especially if you escape those countries, like, Florida, Florida's not having that. Florida Latinos aren't having that. Cubans. So there's a lot of that. And I think I do think that Democrats have realized that, again, it's like black and brown people are like this one big monolith. It's like their dream of like, oh, you're always just going to vote Democrats. Like, these are different people, and there's different people within those people. And there's different, probably, at least cut in half of some are going to be more liberal leaning, some are going to be more conservative leaning. It's like, but they live in this delusion that it's just one, thing where, and I love how they say, uplift black and brown voices. I know you guys have been seeing that for years, but boy, they do not want to uplift any black and brown voices that are conservative. Man, are they not interested in doing that? So
they hate us.
Yeah.
But I got so Jay, I have one. This has been a fantastic.
You're good now.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You've been a fantastic. This has been a great time. This has been a great time, man. Throughout all of the technical difficulties and everything else, it's been a great conversation. But I do have one final question I want to ask you. Why shouldn't we want to make America great again? And this is why I ask this question. We hear all the time from people saying, pro-Democrat blacks. They keep saying like, well, America was never great, or when was America ever great for black people, right? And we hear this drumbeat is constant. And my question is, it's almost as if they're waiting on America to make their lives great. And or at least that's what it seems like to me. They're waiting on something to happen. They're waiting on that retribution, that social justice that may never occur. Or they're waiting for a certain level of success that might never occur. But none of these people, they see all these issues, right? They see the problems within our society. They see the degradation of our cities. They see the degradation of the suburbs. They see the trash. They see how teenagers are in these streets. They see the fact that they see that 2-parent households are the minority now in the black community. So my question is, instead of asking all of these questions about when was America ever great for black people, why shouldn't you want to make America great again for yourselves, for yourselves individually? And why is that so hard for some black people to understand?
Because they hate America. It's that simple. They hate America. They don't want to see America great to begin with. They don't, even with what you said, even if social justice happens, even if they get everything they want, even if they defund the police, even if they get equality in whatever kind of way that is, I don't know how, even if they get reparations or whatever, none of that stuff still will not be enough. They're just going to move on to the next fad. So when they say when was America ever great, they're not looking for a real answer. They're not even looking for an answer when they ask that.
Nope.
So they're only looking for something to combat you on to further degrade America. So my only thing is, hopefully Trump can make America better than what it has ever been.
I hope so too. And to your point, Jay, I'm going to share something that I dealt with, that I saw personally last night. Okay. I was in DC for DC United's home opener. Shout to the club, the black and red. I love my team. Been a fan of theirs since 2013. Played a 2-2 draw last night, but something happened before the game, that in the pregame ceremonies, that really stood out to me. first off, they had in honor of Black History Month, they had a singing of "Lift Every Voice and Sing," which I'm sorry, as a black man, I do not like a stadium full of white liberals hearing some fat black man who was of a certain persuasion. I do not want to hear him sing "Lift Every Voice and Sing" because they don't understand it. They don't get it, right? They don't understand. It's not for them. And I don't. And maybe it's just a Black American thing. Maybe it's because I've heard "Lift Every Voice and Sing" performed in a Black church where it made sense to hear it.
Yeah.
But some things are just not for public consumption. But that's not all of that. That's not really the point of where I'm going with this. So they played the national anthem. Okay. They played the Canadian national anthem first because we were playing Toronto FC. And then they played an instrumental version of the Star Spangled Banner. No one else was singing. Okay. So you sung "Lift Every Voice" and sing now granted they nobody sung "Oh Canada," but the guy the fans in the away section they sang "Oh Canada." So you know what I did? I sung the Star Spangled Banner while right there, section 124. That's where I was sitting at. I belted that shit out as best as I could. But afterwards, I noticed that a couple people in the section had a problem with it. This one black dude who was with a white guy, I'm guessing they were a couple leftists. He pointing back at me like they're just giving like he looked back at me like with the whole "this motherfucker, man," because I screamed and like after they sang "Lift Every Voice and Sing," I shouted at the top of my lungs, "Enough already! We are not pets,
right?
Black people are not. We are not pets." To be pandered to.
Right.
So the frustration, so that's my frustration. And again, I don't expect for all black folks to understand this. Especially if you come from other countries. Okay. Like immigrant, like immigrants, I don't expect for them to understand why that burns me up so much. But to see that guy, this black man, angry that another black man was singing the national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, it let me know that, there are some black folk that hate this fucking country.
Yes, sir.
Will sit up and collect a fucking paycheck, will sit up and act as if this country owes them something, will be nasty and vindictive about what this country owes them, but yet you'll never see these people get up and leave, and it drives me insane.
Yes,
because
sir.
we're talking about people who were born and raised here. We're talking about people who got families. You got parents that live here. Your aunts and uncles that live here. You got kids born and raised here. And you have the audacity to act as if this country that you were born in is so evil. It's the only country where you get to act like a fucking spoiled brat like that in the first place.
Yes, sir. You're right.
The audacity of black people to act as if this country is so wicked and so evil and so and like it's somehow irredeemable from its previous mistakes. It makes me angry, honestly. Jay, I'm sorry to go long, but man,
I want to say something real quick, man. Isaiah. I totally understand, man. I just want to make a disclaimer. It's like it's not just black people who feel that way too. Like there's people of every race in this country who are super ungrateful. who hate America, who have no perspective, no historical perspective of the country they live in. And yeah, America's not perfect. America has done some fucked up shit in the past. No question about it. But boy, is it better than most other countries, if not every other country. And America's always been great, like imperfect, but great. I mean, ever since it was established, it was great. It's like the first democratic republic, and since like Greece, ancient Greece and Rome, or Rome, I should say. But it's you know, and it's like, and it's maintained and become extremely powerful, and still a place of freedom. It's still where we're allowed to talk shit about the president. Everybody's allowed to talk shit about the president, about any government official, and you usually don't have to worry about anybody coming to your house to arrest you. Not most countries can't. I think most countries really can't say that. Like, you know, and even Britain, even the UK, and it's like, you know, there's so many things. Like most people live a pretty good life. You know, it's really hard to starve in America. You know, there's so many things to be grateful of, and it's really, it's people who don't leave the country, or they're just warped by ideology, don't realize what we have. And like, it's like they should be looking at the you know, how bad is it really here? Like that, there's definitely stuff to improve, no question about it, always. But how bad is it really?
Like when you ask what like the fact that when I ask this question of some of my friends, of some of like people that I've known, like even some co-workers that because we talk a lot on Facebook or whatever, and the fact that I can't ask this innocent question of why shouldn't you want to make America great again? And I get a wall of text that looks crazy. A wall of text, this dysregulated, this seemingly dysregulated manic response about the evils of Trump. And one of the things that I asked in my post that I remember was, take Trump out of the equation.
Yeah.
Take Trump out. Let's say Trump didn't say it.
Yeah, because he's not going to be here forever.
He's not
so
going to be here
you can't continue to blame Trump.
2028. Listen,
yes, man.
January 20th of 2029, Donald John Trump goes away. Donald John Trump Sr. goes away forever. Okay? You will never have to worry about him being president. You will ever again in your life. I can't say the same thing about JD Vance, but you don't have, but Orange Man bad. What the fuck are you going to do throughout the 2030s?
Right.
Are you going to sit up and talk? Right. Like, what's your excuse going to be then? Are you going to, like, when Donald Trump passes away? Okay, God forbid it's anytime soon. But when he passes from this earth, after prayerfully after he's served his country with distinction in this in this next, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Will you dig up this man's bones and curse his corpse?
Yeah, and anybody
what are we doing?
Any conservative that follows him, if JD Vance, he'll be the next Trump. I mean, like, it doesn't matter who it is. They're Trump. They're the new Hitler. You know, they're the new Trump. That's what they're gonna do immediately. Like, did you know JD Vance said this and did that and did this and that? You know, and he's gonna be Hitler. So
yeah. JD Vance stuck his dick in a pillowcase. You gonna do that again? You're gonna do that again? That worked out great for Tim Walz.
Right.
Tim fucking Walz.
Anyways,
Tampon Tim. Shout out to Tampon Tim.
Shout out to Tampon Tim. And it's weird.
It's spirit fingers.
Right. Jay, I want to thank you, brother, for coming on to the show. You have been an absolutely incredible guest. I want to thank you for joining us. Please feel free to come back whenever you want, brother. This you got a home here, man. You got a home here, and thank you. I know this was things have been kind of crazy today with we didn't do much show prep this week. I'm so sorry. But
all is well, man. All is well.
Thank God Jay showed up, because we would have been guestless at this point.
Right.
We had a big list of people.
A lot of extenuating circumstances.
But
but no, Jay, thank you so
Jay.
much for your time, brother.
Where can we follow you, Jay?
Yes, where can we follow you? Yes, where
man,
can
I'm on X, man. You can just follow me on X at JayV the Great, man.
JayV the Great.
I just uncensored. I just share my uncensored perspectives, and just try to call out these liberals.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Hopefully all of them don't block me, man. I won't have any.
Nah, you're gonna be fine now. No. I don't know because they don't like me too much. But what's crazy is for all the shit that I talked to Roland Martin, he hadn't blocked me yet.
Give him time, man.
Yeah. That's all right. Listen, look. You know what? He can. Oh, I can't stand that guy. Yo, Jay, thank you so much for coming, man.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you, brother. Thank you again. God bless.
Isaiah, where can they follow you? I think we got to start doing the where can we follow you each other too, because this is going to be a podcast one day too. So
what is?
It's gonna be audio only and certain channels like Spotify and stuff. So we probably should. Yeah. Some people are gonna be consuming this solely through like Spotify, Apple. So they can really follow you, Isaiah. We gotta make this a habit.
Okay. Yes. So you can follow. Well, you know what? Let me just do this real quick because I want to. Hold on. Let me just put a banner here. This and please understand, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot do this alone. This has been. I always want to make sure that I give props to the people to the people who helped me. So if you're gonna follow me, make sure you follow him. Okay, Nostra Chavez,
please.
Isaiah L. Carter. If you want to support the show, subscriptions are coming soon to X. The application is in. I need 1,000 now to get subscriptions and all the good stuff. Super chats on YouTube. Got to get up to 1,000 subscribers. So you can follow us. Well, right now you can subscribe to my YouTube channel at Isaiah L. Carter, which is where we stream. We stream here. We stream at Rumble and on X as well. You can also support the show at buymeacoffee.com/apostate radio. We cannot do this alone. Next week, I want to we're going to do a show a little different. I want to actually talk about leftist culture in sports. Soccer in particular. And I want to, I want to talk about that. We'll see how things shake out. Jay, you're more than welcome to come on the show. I meant to ask you, are you a sports fan?
Yeah. Not too heavy, but I pay attention to high school basketball and the NBA.
Okay. So, all right. So you know what? We're gonna talk to you because I'm sure that like in basketball, the wokeness has been heavy, especially with that Chinese money coming in. Thank you, thank you, Silver. Anyways, that's our show tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you again for following, for all of your positive vibes, for joining us here. We appreciate y'all very much. Please have a great night. Get home safely, and we will talk to you soon. See you next week.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
I'm not doing it.